All right, you guys, this your boy back at y'all with another one. And shout out to the homie Too Raw for TV because he is the inspiration behind this video. Now, if you have not subscribed to Too Raw for TV, I highly recommend you do so. That brother drops some very, very deep and thought provoking knowledge when it comes to basketball, politics, right? And the title of the video that I'm doing in response to what I'm piggyback off of is These Guys Are Ruining Sports as We Know It. All right. So once again, the title of the video that Too Raw for TV just did is called These Guys Are Ruining Sports as We Know It. And you know, I fully agree with him 100% when it comes to the sports media. The sports media is just as bad, if not worse, than the mainstream media in politics. Okay? And to me, the one thing that has ruined sports as far as like, okay, I'm just gonna come out and say it. Look, debate shows has practically ruined sports. They have. Debate shows have put a stain, in my opinion, right? What's up, James? Salute to you, my homie, James Hayes in the building. Go subscribe to Nola Boy Sports and News. Another fine brother who puts in that work, who tells the truth, and don't give a fuck who get mad about it. You know what I'm saying? So go subscribe to Nola Boy Sports and News. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, he the perfect person to help me chop it up, to help me talk about this particular topic. You know what I'm saying? So, James, if you can, if you got the time, come on in. You know what I'm saying? You know you more than welcome to come on up in my panel. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You got the keys to you like only like a few other people got keys to the city. But anyway, excuse me. What were you talking about again? Oh yeah. Guys like Skip Bayless, and mind you, Skip Bayless was on ESPN's Cold Pizza, right? And during Cold Pizza, they would have this thing called first down, second down, third down, fourth down. So 4 different segments in which Skip Bayless and another individual would be like Woody Page or whoever, but mainly it would be Woody Page, and they would debate on a particular topic. Now, this thing became much more popular as time goes on, and then we get First Take, where it started out with Stephen A. Smith. I mean, not Stephen A. Smith. Skip Bayless and Woody Page, and then eventually Stephen A. Smith would come on for the ride, and they would debate and debate. Sometimes these topics get heated. Sometimes they get more subtle, but eventually this thing became the beast it is today. What's up, homie?
What's up with it, baby? Much love, man. Much
Much
love to
love to you, homie.
all your subscribers, man, who be kicking it with you day ones. Much love to everybody.
Now, you and I, you and I hadn't talked in a while. You know what I'm saying? Because I know you've been busy. I know you've been trying to get yours, and I've been trying to get mine and shit.
Yeah,
But
I sold it for the store yesterday, but I couldn't hit it because of the job where I was at. It was a lot of wind off the freeway where I work at, and I ain't want to mess up your stream. But I was listening to you and Two World Cook on the little corny little homie. Yeah, I liked everything about it. Believe that. You know, I'm
Yeah,
always be tuning in. That's how I know what you're talking about because I was on, I was watching. I told you I'm always watching. Especially I'm gonna support the ones who got me on. I ain't gonna bite the hand that feed me. It ain't about being no bitch about it. It's just about keeping it real. Wherever it started at, that's why I try to finish strong.
exactly. You know what I'm saying? We all, you know what I'm saying? We all a brotherhood. We all, I mean, at this point, man, we all family, man. You know what I'm saying?
But I'm saying y'all ain't get off on to no level like no job, throw no crosses, be backstabbing. Whatever was going on when I joined. But at the end of the day, from the time I joined the show, everybody showed me the utmost respect. I disrespect people, ribbing people. They do it to me. I don't have no complex about it. Let's move on to the next subject, man. It's all fun and games, baby. All love with me.
Yep. So let's get down to business, right? So we
For
got
sure.
so useless hacks in the mainstream media, bro. Look, I think these debate shows are why a lot of legacies are tainted, a lot of people are disrespected. And what's your take on the matter, bro?
Hey, the only reason I feel like a lot of people feel that way, especially I do, because they not the only people that's in the league. And I know y'all got an agenda to follow, but goddamn, bro, y'all already got y'all bag. So what's wrong with y'all just spreading a little love here and there? You know what I mean? So when you just drill one topic all day, every day, that means you brainwashing a nigga to believe your concept. You trying to push something on a nigga instead of talking about everything. Like, you know, they had like five. Hello, you can hear me, LB?
Yeah, I get you, bro.
Yeah, I was accepting the phone call, but I blocked it right quick till I chop it up. Listen, dog. At the end of the day, I was like, they pushing this shit on us to brainwash us to say this shit. Like they don't want you to use your eye test and learn yourself. So they got the mainstream media, what you call them hackers, the Stephen A. Snitches, the Nick Broken Nose Wrong, the motherfucking the skip no less barely. You know what I mean? So all these dudes come on here with an agenda to hold up for as a reputation. I got to talk about this to bring the revenue. I got to talk about this. Or I ain't gonna be on this show. You know what I mean? So it's more of a fanboy thing now than anything. You know what I mean? It's not about. I see what Chris Paul did with the Suns, giving them their props. They got the best record in the league, so he's the MVP candidate. They don't be talking about these type dudes. They never brought Donovan Mitchell name up when this man won the most games straight this season. You know what I mean? I know you've been hurt in and out the lineup the second half of the season, but you can't deny what happened in the first half. But nobody ever talk about these things on TV. You know what I mean? So that's where I come in the pitch at, the land of the underdogs. Where all my hyenas at? Let me see y'all, man. Cause guess what? They can't forget about us because the hyenas run that safari, boy. Don't forget that shit. When it's time to buckle down and eat, they tear the lions' heads up, the hippos, whoever in their fucking way, the hyenas gonna destroy their fucking ass when they tired of playing with y'all. That's why I fuck with them.
Exactly. Well, I fuck with him too. You know what I'm saying? Look, and James brought up a good point about the agenda, right? Look,
Yeah,
what's up,
that's the word I
activities,
was
me?
looking for though. The agenda. I was looking for the agenda that they have on these shows, but I
Yeah,
couldn't get it out for some reason. Thank y'all for bringing it up.
yeah. See, it's about agendas, right? Look, one thing about the media, if they really want to push a person, right, they gonna
Yeah.
push them. If they want to tear him down, they'll look for every little nook and cranny to bring that person down. Look what they do with Barry Bonds in baseball, right? Now, Barry Bonds is a Hall of Famer, in my
Yeah.
opinion. But they're gonna use that whole, well, he was out there popping drugs and all that. He got busted for PEDs, and that's why he should be in the Hall of Fame.
Hold up. Where the proof at though? They ever busted them for it?
No,
All right then, how they gonna say that? That's like convicting an innocent man to life, but you know you ain't got no proof. But just because he not rocking the way you rocking, that's how y'all get us out the way. Y'all try to give us the money for it. If we don't sell out for it, y'all gonna erase us off the map. Y'all gonna blackball us from making our real money. Cause now y'all see that we done got in the door. That's why I fuck with Cat Williams, bro. I love that dude, dog, because he used that shit against their own self. So You gave me a platform to talk. I watched this shit with Joe Buttons. I mean, with Fat Joe the other day, and he said that these people gave us a platform, but is you gonna use it right? You know, some people use it and scared to speak the truth because they know what the backlash gonna come behind the truth being spoken on these platforms. But man, listen, everybody gotta die, my nigga. Right is right, wrong is wrong. If you feel like yeah, that's what y'all gotta do me to stop me from making my little change out here in this world like I'm a superstar celebrity, come on, bring it, cause I ain't going down without a fight anyway. You know what I mean? I just don't look at it as man. I want everybody to get that shine. Ain't nobody in this world come in this bitch trying to just be like, all right. The worst part of my fear was what they did to Black Wall Street, LB. So that lets you know right there. They never was for us. So the agendas that they pushing, I can't get jiggy with it no more. I used to wake up every morning when I was in school, doing my push-ups, my little workout regimen before I go to school. Can't wait to watch Sports Center. Cold Pizza with Skip Bayless and all them niggas. Man, that shit was bullshit, man. That shit was bullshit. Coming to find out, that's why the Stuart Scott's not around no more. Stuart Scott was a legendary commentator. He talked about everybody. You was hot, you was hot. You was cold, you was cold. He made it out of jokes. He made it entertaining. But these young dudes dying at a certain age and they won't put cancer on it for some reason. Everybody dying of cancer. The Black Panther, cancer. Like, come on, dog. If it ain't COVID, it's cancer. Like, what the fuck? It ain't no stones we can't turn to get around without having to run into an obstacle. That's why I tell niggas stop cheating the process. It ain't gonna get no worse. You cheat the process, now you giving them access to get closer to you. But if you feed them with a long handle spoon and you take that long ass journey and you hit that bitch like a ram head on, you gonna reap the benefits what the Lord wants you to have, and He gonna protect you with it. But when you sell out, you open the gates for shit to happen to you like this.
Hey, shout out to the man boy, the homie, CB Sports TV. What's up, homie? Appreciate you for being up in here and you suit night. What's up, y'all? I appreciate y'all for being up in here today. So I got some breaking news just now. Some news just came down, and that Kyrie Irving and the Brooklyn Nets have each been fined $35,000 for violating league access rules. So basically,
Man, it's some
so
bullshit.
I guess you know. See this once again. The media going at. I mean, the media going after Kyrie Irving and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. That's one of their agendas. Tear brother down when he ain't rocking with what they saying and what they doing. Well, ever since that dude called the media pawns and all that, he don't fuck with them. They've been taking jabs and stabs at this man, and this man steady walking with his head up high. You heard him, a stand-up guy, and I salute Kyrie for that. I know how them bitches rocking, though. He know how they rocking. That's why he doing that shit. But listen, when it comes to time, dog, we just gotta open our eyes. We see what's going on in this world. Niggas dying at 50, 55, came as be a grandfather. You know what I mean? So you gotta pick your lane, man. You chose to fuck with those kind. You gotta take the good with the bad. But if you stay in your lane and wait for your blessings and you help people as you go, because you gotta give to fucking receive. You know what I mean? It ain't always about receiving. And that's what this new era about. If I can't get it on my own, I'm gonna go cheat the system and I just hope somebody just receive me as what I am. Accept me for who I are. Man, nah, man. Nah, I can't do that no more, bro. I ain't about to go the second half of my life faking the phone, being something I'm not supposed to be when I know right from wrong. Just point blank period with me, man. Straight down the middle. My girl get mad with me now because she see I'm a changed man, but she be like, damn. I'm like, I just gotta tell you the truth. I gotta tell you what it is. I'd rather tell you the truth than lie to you, man.
See this is not the first time that Kyrie Irving has been fined, and the Brooklyn Nets has been fined for violating media access rules. The first time came back on December 11th when they were each fined $25,000
I was
for
just about to say
violation
that.
of the media access rules.
It was 25 grand the first time. Now you hitting it for an extra 10. Come on, man. Shit is
So
ridiculous.
basically, so basically, Kyrie got fined for not wanting to talk to the media.
All right, let me ask you a question about that. That's what we talking about. The media only talk about two things, nigga, when I cut on the TV. And it's been like that for the last 10, 11 years, nigga. LeBron and the Dallas fucking Cowboys. They don't talk about nothing else. They might splash a little Tom Brady or Aaron Rodgers in there because that Skip boy and that Shannon boy, but they only talk about who they like. They don't talk about nobody else. Shannon like Aaron Rodgers, Skip like Tom Brady and the Cowboys. That's the football. Skip don't like LeBron, Shannon do. So that's your topic on basketball. That's all they doing. Ain't nobody talking about nothing else. They never brought up the 20-game win streak of the motherfucking Utah Jazz. They never talked about who should be the MVP. It's always 2-3 people. LeBron haven't been playing. He's still in the MVP race for some reason. Shannon ain't got nothing to talk about because LeBron ain't been playing. So he want a loser to win the MVP and Steph Curry knowing that's not the criteria. Like, what is the world coming to? Oh, he been cooking the last 15 games. What about the first time he started the season when he was getting beat by 30 and 40? He just got beat by 50 before he started the streak, and y'all forgot that shit just that fast. Now he an MVP candidate. Man, get the fuck out of here. But y'all refused to put Donovan Mitchell in there when he had the best record for damn near 3/4 of the season.
I'm just pissed that he's getting fined for not wanting to talk to the media when the media, all they gonna do is take his words, manipulate it, and denigrate it. You know what I'm saying? And this is look, they had it out for this dude ever since he left LeBron and the Cleveland Cavaliers. How can anybody refute that? You can't refute that. Look, say what you want about LeBron, but the fact you cannot deny the fact that there was no Kyrie did not get this kind of negative publicity before he joined LeBron and after they played together in Cleveland. When he left LeBron and went to Boston, then that's when Kyrie was in people's crosshairs and shit. I think that's disgusting. The fact that they're gonna sue this man because he don't want to talk to him. For what?
That's not right neither, brother. That's blackball. That's, to me, that's blackball in your face, and you still don't see it. You still go out there and say, but Kyrie in the wrong. They right to find him. He gotta talk to them. Man, I come out here to play the game. If I don't want to talk to them bitches because I know what they up to, I ain't gotta talk to them. Why you ain't finding everybody else? Everybody got a star on their team, but like I say, when they win, do you go talk to them? Do you put them under that scrutiny? Do you find them? Why y'all ain't finding Jeremy Grant? He the leader of the Pistons. I don't ever see him talking. They got a lead on every team, but all of a sudden you just want pinpoint and pick on Kyrie. Man, that shit ain't right, man. Like I said, real recognize real. You can see that shit from a mile away.
Yeah. It was like, that's disgusting, man. That's disgusting when guys get treated like that. So you mean to tell me that a guy who rides the bench, who don't participate in media, no one's talking to him because he's not the hottest thing out, but yet Kyrie Irving, who is a great player, who stays to himself, all he wants to do is play basketball. He really don't want to talk to the media because the media ain't nothing but a bunch of disrespectful, useless hacks. And they can't tell me they're not disrespectful because, look, guys like Max Kellerman come on TV all the time want to shit on Kyrie. Any opportunity he get to shit on Kyrie.
I hate that, LB. What the fuck he ever played? He ain't ever took no punch in boxing. How the fuck he become an analyst in anything to talk about sports? That's what I'm saying. If you haven't played the game, how you gonna sit on national televised TV and train and talk to these little kids who trying to play the game and learn it the right way? Something you never did. So you just going off your feelings and your emotions and your fanboyism. Man, get some of these players that's retired on this motherfucker. Let them get some of these coaching jobs, the ones that really want coach. That's why these dudes ain't pushing the issue to be coaches, because they know they ain't going to get a fair shake. They're not about to waste their time being away from their family, breaking their motherfucking regiment every day when they already living a good life. You know what I mean? They know how to manage their money. They came from a good culture. Half of these niggas who still gotta go talk in front of these cameras, don't know shit about basketball, is the ones that ain't had shit and know how to manage their money. You know what I mean? So they family members taking care of them by talking about, oh, he know this, he know that. Everybody scratching each other back on that side of the field, but when they come to our side of the field, we knocking niggas out their job. We get mad if he got 50 cent more than the next nigga. Man, I've been here 3 years. You get mad because I'm getting paid just 50 cent more than you? You only been here 6 months. Now you trying to get me fired to get the extra 50 cent? Man, what the fuck? And that's how they got us trained, by watching that bullshit they put on TV.
I mean, the media agenda is just stupid, yo. It's just uncalled for, is insane. You know, just recognize the great, and you know, these guys be, a lot of these dudes be in their feelings and all that. Especially Stephen A. Smith, man. You talk shit about him, that motherfucker be all Buppy Johnson, mafioso, Frank Lucas and shit. If you black, but if you white, then all of a sudden now, you know, he put on, especially if you're a white female, he put on lipsticks and pom poms, and they want to apologize and shit.
You know what I'm gonna say to that? People like that make the Knicks fall off early. Because I'm gonna tell you why. When the Knicks was stanking up, and that's your people, that's where you from, born and raised. I always say what we needed and how we needed to fix the problem. I never said and talked the way Stephen A. Smith always dragged the Knicks through the mud every show on TV the last 10, 15 years I can recall. You see what I'm saying? Now they on their high horse. He's smiling every day on TV. Now you want to jump back on the bandwagon. I don't like niggas like that. Either you're with us or you ain't. You feel what I'm saying? So that lets you know what kind of nigga this bitch is. So if you ever want to go to war with somebody, that nigga ain't one of them. You feel me?
Nope. He's definitely not one to go to be. Definitely not one.
And that's the best way I can put that shit with Stephen A. Smith. That's it, bro. Like I said, I ain't here to hate nobody, but I hate every motherfucker that's on that side of the field that turn to that side and act like that's all. They don't know what to do. Like, I don't watch niggas infiltrate us time and time again, time and time again. But when it comes for us infiltrating them to get a piece of the pie, shit, them bitches ain't worrying about the rest of us. Soon they get in there, they turn their back, locking that door. Oh, don't say that about him. But the minute you wasn't in, the minute you wasn't getting them 10 mil, nigga, you was on LeBron neck. I don't like it. He's showing up small against Dallas. You killed that man. And you comparing him to Jordan. That's why he still say LeBron is great, but I ain't gonna put him over Jordan. Nigga, you contradicting yourself. He the GOAT of this era, but he not the GOAT over Jordan. Either he the GOAT or he ain't, nigga. How the fuck you gonna be the GOAT of this era and not the whole thing? Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. That's why I be getting mad, man. James, that's why I be getting pissed.
Kendrick Perkins, another one.
That's part of the reason why I don't watch debate shows no more, man. These things starting to get out of hand.
Listen, Kendrick Perkins, another one, dog. This nigga got on TV in 2018 and said Michael Jordan was the GOAT. Hands down. Ain't no debate. I'm talking about put a stamp on it, nigga. You heard me? Now all of a sudden, fast forward 2 years later, that was 2016 or 18, one of them years. I remember him saying it though. Man, listen. Now all of a sudden you can't get him to say Jordan is the GOAT over LeBron. Media control narrative. Whatever I program on is TV. That's why I barely watch TV, dog. I'd rather be at work, dog, to get programmed by what they putting on these TVs. My kids love to watch TV, cartoon and all that. When I see some gay shit on cartoon, man, cut that shit off. You feel me? No bullshit. We don't fuck if you like it or not. If I come up here in this room again, I better not catch that shit on this TV. I'm gonna peel your motherfucking ass.
It's disgusting what goes on in the media nowadays. It's disgusting.
A lot of people don't want to understand, dog. They're trying to program my mind. It's cool to watch that shit if you got a strong mind, But watch that shit to learn and see what they're trying to pull over our fucking over our eyes and over our head all the time. Like they'll throw you a bone on the news, but then the whole while this little bone right here ain't near about what they about to hit us with. You feel what I'm saying? They only throwing that to you to get your mind off what they really about to hit us in the back of your fucking head with. You see what I'm saying? And then you'll go out there, fall for the okie doke, like the PPP loans. Come on, man. Y'all already knew that was a trap. And how many niggas went down there and fell in that fucking hole? Sometimes you just can't feel sorry for niggas, especially when you know they trying to cheat the system themselves. That's the cheaters. All the cheaters went ran down there. The niggas who strong minded stand on their feet ain't worrying about that shit trying to cheat the system. These niggas ain't got to go through that shit. You feel what I'm saying? Because they've been struggling all their life. They already know how it feel to have and when not to have, how to get it, when they need it. You know what I'm saying? But these niggas right here who known for cheating the system ain't never had shit ass niggas. Don't give a fuck about their own people to get where they gotta go. That's the niggas who got themselves in trouble with that PPP loan. And I don't feel sorry for them niggas. And I hope they hear me. Y'all shouldn't have ran your ass down there. How the fuck you gonna talk about you got an LLC, but the name of your company is Aunt Lucy's? Get the fuck out of here. They was running down there, opening up all kind of businesses. You heard me? Just put names on shit, just so they could say they could get that loan. How that shit worked out for you?
Hey, I got me a PPP loan, but my shit legit. You know
No,
what I'm
I'm
saying?
saying for the people that got it, that's legit. They know what they doing. Much power to you, cause y'all need it just as well as the other motherfuckers need it. Cause when I heard the Lakers got something like that, how the fuck a billionaire organization need money anyway? They shouldn't be getting nothing. They should be giving back if anything. But y'all gave them a fucking business loan. I don't, man. Listen, I don't play with the government like that, dog. I stay in my own lane and I mind my own business, man. I'm just waiting till that day come. Whenever the Lord take me, I'm gonna do what I gotta do for me and my kids. Help the people that I can, bro. I'm gonna keep it pushing. I don't be out here on Front Street. I ain't trying to be the man. You dig? I don't want. I don't listen. I almost want that pressure because I don't want nobody to feel like I'm trying to rule them. Everybody should be a leader in their own way. I don't want you to feel like I'm hiring you to rule you or tell you what to do on this job. Nigga, you know what to do when I hired you. So just carry yourself like a man. I ain't gonna be looking over you. If I get a complaint, that's something different. But like I said, you know what to do. So don't come out here and bullshit on these people's jobs. And you get yourself rolled up and all of a sudden you get fired, can't feed your family, and you back to doing dumb shit, gotta rob or sell drugs. Nigga, that's what you want to do.
Yep.
I learned the hard way, LB, so a nigga ain't gotta tell me nothing. I learned from my own mistakes. I ain't
Yeah.
had to learn from no other nigga mistakes.
I agree. I'm right there with you, bro. You know what I'm saying? I was like, man, this shit crazy, man. Motherfucker out there, getting all kinds of loans and shit. What's up, Steven Alexander, Mr. Pazzer, M365? I see y'all up in this bitch, man. Look, Kendrick Perkins, look, let me tell you about Kendrick Perkins, man. He is a disgusting, useless hack. He's on clutch payroll. The nigga, basically for all intents and purposes, sell out for that bag.
Yeah, listen, know what I was tripping out off? But it was like 3 days ago. I was at work. Monday and Tuesday I had to work a double. I came to work for 10 o'clock Monday and Tuesday. So I was at work bored. I ain't want waiting for ticking them to come on or you or do y'all thing. So I crossed Stephen A. Smith. This nigga said if LeBron beat the Clippers and the Nets, that gonna make him the greatest of all time. But Kendrick Perkins started laughing, and when Kendrick Perkins had said something, that nigga Stephen A. Smith, hold up, but not that's Jordan still a goat though. But hold up, how you gonna say if he pull this off, he the greatest of all time, but Jordan still a goat? Listen to how they be talking on these TV shows for y'all to fall into that trap. That's why I say use your own mind, man. You ain't gotta believe everything a nigga tell you, but goddamn, it's up to you to listen and believe it. At least you can listen, don't believe the shit. What I'm saying, like a story is a story to me. It's entertaining. That's an entertainment. So everything them people say is for entertainment to me now, and I had to learn that shit the hard way. Bad as I wanted to say it and admit it when I was young, it's entertainment, fellas and sisters, brothers and sisters. It's entertaining. So don't get your feelings caught up in that shit.
Right.
Especially if you know the real. I, the reason why I watch it now more than ever because you got me doing videos. So I like to go against them. Since y'all don't want debaters on the real show, I'm gonna debate y'all from our world. Everything y'all see that's wrong, I'm gonna kill y'all on that shit. I'm gonna test y'all real basketball knowledge and y'all sports knowledge.
And them dudes, and them dudes be going on TV sometimes, and they be blatantly lying, man.
All for ratings though. It's all for ratings. When I noticed, that's why niggas say they put the bubble in because they was missing money. So the bubble is to make sure you play hard if you want to get in the playoffs, to keep the shit competitive throughout the whole season. That's about money. You dig what I'm saying? Because y'all see these players want to rest at the end of the season and stay healthy for the playoffs, so they lagging at the end of the season when they lock up those positions. So to keep it competitive in the money, people watching it, y'all want to put that weak ass playing game in. So you got everybody snapping about it when everybody agreed to put it in because of those situations. You know what I mean? So like I say, they contradicting themselves every day on these shows, but then we got to come clean up their mess in the real world. But they say we hate. Oh, we don't know what we talking about. Y'all ain't never make it. Know why we ain't never make it? Because we ain't no sellouts.
Hey, shout out the venting Cowboys fan in the building, man. Hey, question for you, James. Bro, how do you feel about that playing game? I don't know if you saw my video, whatever, like that, when I talked about that playing game and how much I don't like it. What's your
I,
thoughts on that playing game?
I don't like it neither because I think you just giving them a chance to do something that they could do in a regular time. You know what I mean? Like I just don't like how they messing over John Morant because John Morant could be padding his legacy right now in the playoffs, but you got this weak ass playing game blocking it because you trying to help niggas who ain't got it like him. What I tell people right now, bruh, I like Steph Curry and everything, but if John Morant can have his team in the AC, so can Steph Curry. Especially when he's supposed to be a better shooter, change the game. How you gonna keep knocking John Morant, making it the legal way in the right way to help a nigga to cheat to get in? That's in your face. That's blatantly in your face. But when we say it like that, bring it up, or we hate, we just don't want him to get in. Nigga, you had 72 games to get in. Just like John Morant. But John Morant been floating around that 7, 8, 9 seed all year. When your ass been in the 10th, 9th, and 8th. So you still wasn't gonna make it. So I'm saying why we gotta keep helping a person who they say changed the game, unanimous MVP, to a nigga who coming in want that smoke. And John Morant ain't running from that smoke and making it the right way. I don't agree with that, man. I really don't. I feel bad for John Morant more than anything, LB, and the Grizzlies.
Yep. You know how I feel about that shit, man. That shit, you
And then
know.
they programming you to get used to that, and they let you know, and they letting these young people know who watching this. It's cool to cheat the system. We gonna help you get in. You ain't gotta go hard.
I mean, for all intents and purposes, there, James, they might as well start giving out participation awards, man.
Hey, when he said he was the MVP in the conversation, at least I was done. I don't give a fuck what he doing at the end of the season. You cannot knock the first half of that season. But then when the person get hurt, y'all gonna say, oh, he lost his MVP voting because he hurt, he can't play. This nigga was playing and stacking up the joint. At least you know when this nigga gonna play, he gonna put up MVP numbers. But y'all gonna knock him for being hurt, but don't want to get this man, but want ease this man in for not doing the job the right way and not being
I
in a
hate that
position.
shit, James. I hate that shit.
Man, that's
I hate
fucking
when they do
crazy.
that.
That's
Motherfuckers be
fucking
talking at
crazy.
both sides of their mouth when they be saying that shit.
That's why I say they got to keep the same energy, LB. I don't like it, dog. I really don't like it. Nigga, I've been working 7 days a week for the last month, nigga, and a half. I promise to God. I can show you my time sheet when I get home. Nigga, I write my time now. Every day I come home and every day I leave to go to work. You dig what I'm saying? So I call my girl, give her my time so they don't cheat me out my money, and I'm good. I know how to count. I can do my own math. I don't need you counting my money. Just tell me how much I get paid, and I can do my own hours, straight like that. I hope they let John Moran in, and I hope he don't let them bitches in. I swear to God, I don't want John Moran to let him in. Keep that kill mode and keep doing what you doing, and the law gonna prevail. I know he is, cause they, man, I know one thing. I cheated one time in my life, bro, and I ain't even want to accept it. Like it ain't feel good, cause we know we cheated. You know what I'm saying? Like, but we cheated cause they was cheating. So you gotta fight fire with fire. But fuck, cause they doing it, they don't mean nothing. You know what I mean? It still ain't feel like you earned that shit. I promise to God, dog, we did that shit in baseball. I'm gonna tell y'all what I did. I was the pitcher on the mound. When we called the timeout, I put two balls in my shirt. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I gave one to the first baseman. So he got one, I got two on my shirt. So the ball that I'm pitching with, when I throw it, the catcher act like it went back out, like behind a dugout or something. He running looking for it. Now you got niggas scrambling to get them to come off their base. The whole while, I still got a ball, and what you call them still got a ball. So whoever player closer to that nigga, that's who gonna go run and touch him. So it's either the first base gonna catch him trying to go back to first, or I'm gonna catch that nigga between second and third, trying to go to home because I'm on the pitcher's mound. Man, I used to stay killing niggas like that. And one of the coaches said, man, they got two balls. He still couldn't see how we had two balls. I'm like, man, how we got two? I said, look, where is that? I said, I ain't got nothing in my hand. I flicked that bitch so quick to the side, you heard me? Yeah, man, we was a dog with that shit. Once we learned that, that's how you saw they try to punish the Astros. That's what they did. That's why when your boy hit that home run and he put his hand over his shirt, that nigga had something right there. They was calling them signs out. They got busted. That shit
Yeah.
was true. That shit happened for real. Like niggas do anything. Yes.
Hell yeah, man. Motherfuckers do anything to get that advantage, boy.
Hell yeah, boy. Like and only like I said, the only reason why we did that shit, we only did it when we played that team because they the one taught us how to do it. Because we was wondering how the fuck we keep getting thrown out. You know how the coach will run out to the mound like he want to talk to the pitcher. Everybody run to the mound, they talking. When they break to go back, the first base got a ball, the pitcher got two balls. And they tagging niggas out when we about to take our little thing to go like we gonna steal. So when we step off, the first base touching us, the pitcher just turn around, swing a ball after he done threw one to the catcher. I'm like, what the fuck? And they ain't never calling this shit. They ain't much calling this shit. So it was like trick shit, but you had to be quick. All umpires went quick on their feet around them days. They just was watching the main part of the game, the ball going to the pitcher, and if the ball was in play, they don't know if the pitcher threw it back or not. I mean, the catcher threw it back to the pitcher or not. But once that pitcher pivot out, take that shirt out his ball, and throw that nigga out that's on first or second trying to go to third, not everybody like, how the fuck he get a ball when he just threw it to the catcher? Man, I'm talking about we held the game up damn near 2 hours trying to figure this shit out.
Mm-mm-mm.
Boy, niggas be doing all kind of shit. They be cheating, dog.
Yeah.
If the nigga ain't paid for it, remember they used to buy niggas and tell a nigga, I'll pay you this, I'll give you that. If you sell a game, you had niggas really taking that money, tanking the game on purpose.
Mm-mm-mm.
I can't see if a nigga would have came in my locker room and said that shit. Ain't no fucking world in the world I'd have let that shit slide on my teammates. For real. I'd have let them know, man, nigga came in this bitch want me to tank. I'd have pulled off for like some Adam Sandler shit on what that was, the longest yard.
The
When
longest
they try
yard,
to
yeah.
get when they try to get him to tank and them niggas just was letting him get fucked over. But then they snapped out that shit and you like, you know what, at least he kept it honest with us. Let's win this game now. Like I know people do that shit, dog, for a living. and they get paid doing that shit. And they get paid doing that shit.
Yeah.
Just to tank and sell out their teammates. And you'll never know. You'll be like, man, I know this nigga supposed to make that shot, but what the fuck?
That shit crazy, man. I don't respect that shit, man.
Nigga selling out, LB. Nigga sell their own team out for that bag, boy. I try to tell niggas that.
And you know, it's not necessary for motherfuckers to be out here selling out like that, man. It's not even necessary.
Nah, that's the niggas who don't want to work on nothing. That's the niggas think, cause I made it, that's it. That's the end of the world. They can't fire me. They ain't gonna replace me long as I keep doing what I do to make it. I just be a journeyman. I'm getting paid. That's how these niggas think. I ain't trying to be no journeyman. I'm trying to win. I ain't come out here to do that. Excuse me. That's how you know I'm telling the truth. Bless myself. I ain't come out here to ride no coattail to no nigga, man. And then soon I don't help you. And it be like, why we lost? Because the role players ain't help. I don't want that on my conscience.
Yeah, you don't need that on your conscience neither, man. Fuck that shit. Man. Hey, what you think? Hey, so let's talk about these coaches or whatever. Let's up Beast Grills and all that. You know what I'm saying? Arquise Ross, I see y'all up in the building. Hey man, let's talk about these coaches, man. So I don't know if you heard the report today, but a report came out saying that there's at least 5 NBA coaches on the hot seat. Terry Stotts, Scott Brooks, Lou Walton, the Pacers coach Nate Bjorgen, and what the fuck's the other guy? Oh, Mike Budenholzer. So, what's your thoughts on these guys, on these coaches here being on the hot seat?
Hey, bro, I ain't gonna lie to you. All them bitches need to be fired. They need to start over. Bring Patrick Ewing back up, Avery Johnson, all them niggas. I gotta go get a 10 right quick. So I'm telling you, bring Avery Johnson back up and bring Patrick Ewing up, and we good. Give us a chance.
Shout out to the homie Craig J in the building. What's up, Craig J? You know what I'm saying? Hey, I gotta hit you up behind the scenes, Craig J. You know what I'm saying? We gotta talk about making some money. You know what I'm saying? We try to get some of that Skrilla. So, you know, hey, I'm gonna hit you up behind the scenes, Craig J. But yeah, man. Hey, man, look. Portland, hey, I agree with Venting Cowboys fan. Portland coach should have been got fired. You know what I'm saying? That motherfucker should have been fired.
Give me my shit back. Don't talk to me like that. What is wrong with you today? Hold on, LB. I'm coming right quick. Hold on.
Yeah, man. This Portland coach should have been gone. I mean, this dude here is
That's what I
can't coach
said.
a
I don't
chicken out
like
of an
Portland
egg.
coach. Terry Stotts should have been out of here. Like Patrick, I know a lot of coaches that can do way better than what he doing. Same thing with the dude in Milwaukee. Now I know you done stacked your deck up with Drew Holiday and got better players, but come on, man, that team been poised to go. You been had a few weapons to get over there, but you not working with Giannis. You ain't trying to tell him nothing, and you just let that man flame out. You know, you ain't coaching him up. So what you want me to do? So if you get a dude that played the game like Patrick Young, Avery Johnson, that know how to help him get to the strengths of his game and help him work on the weakness of his game, man, them dudes would be way better players than they is right now. If they putting up the numbers with these shit ass coaches, give them some real coaches, and what kind of numbers they gonna put up then? How better would their teammates be around them with a great coach to be there to coach them. So I always said that about coaches in this league, and these players is doing what they want to do because there ain't no coaching. And when once you gave the players that much power to get rid of the coaches, fire the coaches, man, these coaches got a family to feed too. They barely want to tell these niggas something out shit. They ain't about to
Yeah.
tell that dude nothing to lose his job, and all of a sudden you like, man, oh man, I done let this dude get me fired. Now I gotta go look at my wife and my kids. Now we gotta move to a whole nother state, knowing we just moved here. There's all kind of shit the coaches be thinking about.
Yeah, man. And you already know how I feel about the Wizards coach, man. You know what I'm saying? Scott Brooks, man. You know, as much as I like Scott Brooks, man, he got to go.
Hold on right quick, hold on.
For real. Scott Brooks got to go, bro. You know, I ain't never been no fan of the goddamn Terry Stotts, man. I think he's fucking. Man, they put that motherfucker $6,300. God damn. Cause no what's his face tonight? That's why. Probably gonna be low on because he's so expensive, but though. What's up, T Price? Hey man. Oh, what's up? Oh shit. What's up, Trayvon? What you got on this, man?
Hey man, what you hitting on, man? I seen that. I didn't get the notification, but I seen you was live. T Price was telling me.
Oh, so we talking about these coaches in the NBA that's getting fired and all that, man.
Yeah, much deserved with in Portland, much deserved in Portland, and it's going to be much deserved in New Orleans too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Those for sure. Those are two coaches I can come off the top of my head with right there. LB, the nigga in Portland, and oh boy in Van Gundy. He got to go. Those dudes don't like him.
And but the original topic what we talked about, the original topic was these useless hacks in the sports media. So so we were talking about these during coaches. I'm not coaches. We were talking about the guys like Stephen A. Smiths of the world and Skip Baylesses. Then they come on in with these goddamn agendas and shit. You know, ruining the legacies of these players and all that. So what's your thoughts on that?
That they need to give you guys a motherfucking seat at the table. Straight up. Niggas need a seat at the table, man. A hot spot, man. Nigga need 30. It ain't even gonna take that long. Give a nigga 30 minutes, man, just to replace the dude. But nah, it's agendas. It's agendas, hand over hand, scratch my back, I scratch yours. Half of these reporters are trying to get they're trying to get the book on LeBron James. They want to write his autobiography. They want, people don't know. It's a lot of hustle in this, like what people trying to do. The inside scoops, they, whatever they can offer a player to that's exposure to get them in the door with somebody, they'll come out there and do it. Just like I don't know what's going on with Russell Westbrook right now, but he's been getting his ass kissed a lot too lately.
Oh, because if you remember, Stephen A. Smith flip-flopping ass. Probably like a few weeks ago when Russell Westbrook dropped that triple-double, he dropped a massive triple-double.
Yeah.
And Stephen A. Smith was like, well, I don't care if he dropped that triple-double. He hadn't won nothing.
See, that's a tear on his legacy right there. Like it's certain dudes who have an agenda, like how they had with Iverson. It's dudes that they got secret agent men. I don't know, just like the song Secret Agent Men, like that they task you to destroy this guy and task you to uplift this dude. Like, they don't go on no facts. They will repeatedly lie and hope that you don't go fact check and go see what they just now said about a player is true. Because half of the time they bring up a stat, you really need to go back and check that because someone's probably already done it.
Yeah.
Like I want to ask you something, LB. Like it's just really been bothering me because I never paid attention to this. Now I know someone's always had this record, but they didn't expose it so much. How many people made the most threes in 1 month before? Like they never used to expose it like this. Like that's a agenda to pump up Steph Curry.
You know, that's a good question. You know what? Since I'm here in real time, let's pull it up. While I'm pulling it up, T Price, hey, what's your thoughts on what we talking about?
Man, Trayvon, you just asked the question. I was just going to ask him. But salute LB. On some realness, man. Salute LB. Long time. Good to hear your voice, man. Salute my boy James, man. Trayvon. I kind of throw another couple of people on here. Nick Wright, Colin Cowherd. These people got to go, man. It is very, I mean, the integrity of sports media is, it done, it done a switch off. All the integrity is lost, all this biasness. And Trayvon already said what I wanted to say, but I'm gonna say this. I'm just so tired of everything, man. I'm just so tired of these people, but that's why you got people like us, people like you, people like Ticket, Two Raw, Blue Buzz, LVZ, James, Lou, even people like amongst ourselves that know what's real, man, to speak the real, man. You know what real is, what time it is, but it's getting toxic to the new generation, and they want to come to us with these stats, and when it doesn't mix well with us.
All right. So a website I always go on a lot when I'm looking at because you know you got to take these stats with a pinch of salt. So there's this website called StatMuse, right? StatMuse, StatMuse, right? So I went on StatMuse. So James Harden previously had the record with 82.3-point field goals made in a month, and that came at November 2019. Okay, Stephen Curry holds three of the four records for most 3-pointers in a month. All right, so this year, this year, this month in April, last month. I'm sorry, last month Stephen Curry made 96 three pointers, right?
Hmm.
James Harden made 82 in November 2019, and then Stephen Curry made 81 in January 2016, and then January 2019 he made 80. See, he holds three of the four top spots as far as most 3-pointers in a month. But see, this is what they conveniently leave out. Back then, it was not a 3-point driven lead back in the day. The 3-point shot was not emphasized back then as it is now. So you don't think guys like Reggie Miller can shoot threes? You don't think guys like Ray Allen can pump that kind of content out in a month?
Yeah, it's confused. That's why I was saying they didn't bring this up like that. It wasn't a big deal. Like when it was, I know the record was low and then it got this high, but the first person who made the most, like they wasn't putting it out there trying to give him exposure. Now all of a sudden, since he has to be the greatest shooter, they have to put it out there just so they can add to the resume, I believe.
Look, this is a push to make Stephen Curry to get the MVP, right? Because they weren't talking like this at the beginning of the season. Like James said before James said early in the stream, you can't just overlook and undervalue the beginning of the season when they were getting their head blown off.
Yeah. I mean, when did the MVP ever be in the Yeah, well, I mean, like in the AFC period, like Kobe was playing his ass off a few of those AFCs, and he was not in no running to win no MVP because where his team was at. Like for you to get MVP votings and to really win it, you at least have to be one through three or four.
Exactly. Yeah, Craig. Exactly. Imagine Larry Bird, Dale Ellis, and those guys in today's game, and them guys like that were prolific 3-point shooters and all that back then.
They
Hey,
lowering the
hey, LB.
standard. They lowering the standard for the impact that you're supposed to have on the court. They're lowering it.
Hey, that's why we had a discussion yesterday. They was all down my throat when I sat there and said, "Oh, the greatest shooter ever." I said I didn't agree with a couple of people, and I said, "Here's the people who I put." I said Reggie Miller and Ray Allen and Larry Bird or Dale Ellis. Give them opportunities like that to shoot all these 3-pointers, or Mark Price. Give all these shooters like that all the chance to shoot 3-pointers like Steph. I guarantee you, he won't even touch these records, man. That's why some of this stuff is biased. I ain't know nothing about stats music though. Hey, LB. I always go to basketball reference, but I ain't know nothing about stat music.
Yeah. If you want, look, and they got an app too. So if you
Yeah, I got it on my phone now, and I got it on my laptop right now. I'm on it right now.
Hey, LB, you is the app. I know you be like keeping. You don't run. He don't run by. I know you don't like. You know for a fact that stats they are a part of it, but you know it don't tell the whole story. Like so, I know you keep up with it, but you know like how they. I hate dudes who don't know the game, bro. I wish you was on there the other day when these dudes was bringing up Magic Johnson field goal percentage compared to Kobe's. And I was listening. I wasn't on there, but I was listening. And I was like, wow, I couldn't get in. I was like, wow, this is amazing because they're leaving out so many things that matter when it comes to field goal percentage and what's the offense that's being ran. What does they expect from Magic? Magic is a passer. So when he shot it, you probably didn't even expect him to be shooting it. You was bagging up off him where it was an easy shot. He's 6'9". At that time, back in those days, going against small ass point guards, it wasn't a lot of tall point guards as it is now in the league. Kobe shoots way more threes than Magic ever did, but they also add threes to your field goal percentage. It's not just a 3-point percentage. Like I just wish he was on there to let them know that like y'all just so stupid, man, what y'all looking at. I think it was Haas too, who was saying that Magic was better than Kobe. Like, I mean, I'm not taking nothing from Magic, but damn, man, I mean, Jesus.
Hey man, look.
It's just a disrespect for Kobe Bryant, man. If people don't know Kobe Bryant, like Ticket, LB, myself, Trey, and many
Man,
others.
LB, set that
Too
shit
Raw.
straight, man. Just lay it out there, man. Can you please, like, really, for people who's listening, man, can you lay out, like, like on stats, how you got to look into that, what goes into it? You can't just, like Shaq, he's going to have a better field goal percentage because all his shit is in the lane.
Exactly. I mean, it shouldn't take. I mean, you would think that's common sense, but common sense isn't common. Look, when it comes to
Go ahead, LB. This dude's funny. LB cracking me up.
He's right, though. It isn't common, man. He's right. It's not common.
All right, so we gotta take there's some things you gotta take into consideration here. Magic Johnson was more of a facilitator. He was a pass first point guard, right? He looked to get everybody else involved, right? So, and then on top of that, Magic Johnson picks his spots of when to take over the game.
Thank you.
Kobe Bryant, every game, I'm trying to fucking pull you balls to the wall. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck.
First quarter to the fourth quarter, I'm trying to end the game.
I'm trying to end your life quick, fast, in a hurry. You know what I'm saying? So the style of play, and then the style of play back then was different, right? Because back in the 80s, right? The 80s was dominated by big men.
Mm-hmm.
That's a fact.
Because if you remember in that 84 draft when Michael Jordan was drafted number 3 overall.
Elijah Wan.
Elijah Wan was number 1, and Sam Bowie was number 2. Sam Bowie played his college ball at Kentucky.
Yep.
Right? So the big man was prioritized back then. So why you think a lot of times when they brought the ball up, right, your big man would get the ball in the post or whatever like that, and then he go to work.
Mm-hmm.
But in the 90s, you start to see that tide shift from the big man to the more athletic guards.
Because of Mike, right? So you got like Bill Russell, Will, all them, Kareem. They making the way for the centers to be the number 1 dude. But then here come Mike, and they're like, oh God, you can run your franchise through a guard.
Yeah.
That's fact.
So the style of play is different. So that means the numbers are going to be different, right? So, and then for like everybody ran their mouth about Allen Iverson, talking about, well, Allen Iverson was an inefficient shooter. First of all, shoot yourself in the ass with enema, all right?
Right. I'm weak. Go ahead, LB. Go ahead, speak on it, man. I be wanting to say this shit too, man, but you know, I'm more peaceful, man.
If you was on Allen Iverson team, you'll be taking 1,000 shots too.
Yeah, man. I mean, everybody that's jumping up here disrespecting Allen Iverson, man, 1,000 lashes to your back. You know what I'm saying? Because Allen Iverson was 5'11", okay? He's got to shoot over people that's like 6'6".
Right.
Who the fuck you expect?
Plus getting knocked on his ass every time he go to the hole with big men, not trying to let him come down there, knocking the shit out of him.
For real.
I don't understand, man, like how they're changing the status quo right in front of people's eyes, like every time they move the goalpost on what makes you great.
Yeah. And look, and you know, the thing that irritates me the most is when people who don't watch the game, right? Because look, there's a difference between watching the game and watching the game. Because see, when I watch the game, I try to watch the game within the game. Because look, everybody look at the final result, right? Think of it as this jigsaw puzzle. When you first buy the jigsaw puzzle from Target, right, you got the end result right there on the box. And then when you lift up the box, and then you got the little pieces that's in there, right? That is the stuff that puts that final puzzle together.
Yeah.
So for me, for example, so everybody expected the Clippers to win last year, right? And the Clippers didn't even make it to the Western Conference Finals, right? So that's the end result. That's the fucking puzzle, right? But when you lift up the box and you take all the pieces out, then you see that, Kawhi Leonard and Paul George wasn't coming to practice, and they were dictating practices. And then another piece said that there was dissension in the locker room. Then another piece here is saying that Paul George and Montrezl Harrell was beefing. And then another puzzle like no one liked the coaching style because Doc Rivers didn't want to adjust to anything. So all that right there eventually put that puzzle together as to why the Clippers did not win the NBA championship last year, let them know not even playing the NBA finals. Y'all get where I'm going at?
Yeah, I get it. That's exactly where you go. Proceed.
So there's a lot of stuff to unravel when you peel that onion back. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, Trayvon, I know you know basketball, and one thing I wanted to say to you, T. Price and Lou Ryder, hey, you know, a lot of times I can't come on ticket platform because one, it'd be full. Two, you know, I'm real busy, man. Like I said, I'm trying to get some cake. I'm trying to get cake, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get some real paper, you know what I'm saying? And a Craig J, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I ain't been on lately and shit like that, man. I'm trying to make some moves, man. But I do appreciate y'all knowledge on the game, man. And you know, I can't be the only one. James can't be the only ones out here telling the truth, man. I'm happy there's other people out there that's willing to tell the truth and not fucking lie for their favorite player.
Yeah, man. Hey, I want to know what you see, because me and T Price was touching on it. Man, is James Harden? I pray. I really want you to do one on this. Did James Harden pull a KD and come to the fucking Brooklyn Nets and make that system his and make the team have to go with him? How KD did with the Golden State Warriors?
Hey,
Is he
man,
pulling it off? Is he pulling it off, LB? I'm just saying. I mean, because if he come, we see what they're going through right now. But if he come back, man, and then they go on a "you can't beat me" streak, hey, man, he just pulled a KD.
Hey, I would. Hey, first of all, how long is James Harden out?
He gonna be out to the playoffs probably. Like they may hold him out until the playoffs.
Hey, man, I did a live show talking about this today, man. I said I did, man. James Harden is James Harden the key for this Brooklyn Nets team to win championship? Because I know when he first got there, he wasn't looking great, but when he finally learned the system, almost seemed like they built that team around him because he knows that system better than
Exactly.
Right
you
now.
hit it right there. That's the thing right there. Bingo. He knows that system better than both of them.
So, hey, did Steve Nash adopt Mike D'Antoni's system that we are saying?
Yes. That's what he's doing. He's playing the system that gave him 2 MVPs.
Well, shit, he is the key.
Yeah, and I think he steps out. Look, and I think he steps out that system when James Harden ain't on the floor. I think he's running some other shit.
Oh, Craig, to answer your question, Craig, I think they played like 8 games together between Kyrie. When Kyrie, James Harden, and KD was on the floor at the same time, it was like 8 games or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
And plus, before James Harden got there, I kept on saying, "Yo, man, Steve, you got to start acting like a head coach. Stop looking to Mike D'Antoni. He gonna
I remember you said that. Yeah, I remember you said that, Lou. I remember you said that.
Because if you look at it, James Harden the only one that got chemistry with both players.
And plus, you got to think about this too. If Dinwiddie don't get hurt, do they actually bring James Harden over there though?
Yes.
Because Dinwiddie will probably be the main point guard while Kyrie plays too. And now you got Kyrie playing point, and he don't want to instead of take to the other guys right now. He want to do his own thing. And right now, what I've seen those last 2 games was one-on-one basketball with Kyrie and Kevin Durant. I think they need James Harden to still control their offense.
If Dinwiddie don't get hurt, he probably is gone in that trade.
Mm-hmm.
I won't be so quick to say that though, but
I don't know about that. Yeah,
I'm just saying. Think about it. If it's me, I'm fit to give up James Harden. You got to think James Harden. I for sure want the two best players on y'all. The 3 best players that was coming from Brooklyn is Jared Allen, LeVert, and fucking Dinwiddie. I want those 3 for sure. I'm taking your core for James Harden. I'm taking your core.
And then this is this is where I think I agree with you, Trayvon. This is where, because Dinwiddie in the offseason came out and said that he wanted to be a starter, right?
Mm-hmm.
He wanted to be a starter. He is a was he tore his ACL or something?
Yeah. His ACL.
Yeah. So I guess, but then again, you couldn't trade him to Houston because Houston had John Wall, right? But then again, John Wall is coming back from his own injury.
Mm-hmm.
So how effective John Wall was going to be?
Mm-hmm.
Look, truth be told, the Houston Rockets bungled this fucking whole process up.
Yeah, they did.
They didn't get nothing in return.
They didn't get shit. That's what I'm saying. If I'm a GM, you got to think. I don't care if these players play good together or not. It's not about that. It's because I may have to do another trade with these dudes. I just need your best assets because I'm giving up James Harden, and you don't have nothing over there that's going to equal him. So for sure, I'm taking Dinwiddie, LeVert, and Jared Allen. I'm for sure snatching them out your soul.
And then they turn around and trade Jared Allen to the Cleveland Cavaliers for who?
Yeah, like what the
Right. What was that?
And then they
See,
traded Karis LeVert
You wanna know
to
what
the
they is?
Pacers for who?
They thought since they got your boy playing power forward
Oh, they got
center,
Oladipo. That's who it was. They got
Oladipo, yeah.
the Pacers and all that. And then Oladipo turns down the 2-year extension that they offered him. And then they traded him to Miami for fucking Kelly Olynyk and Avery Bradley.
yeah,
they thought that big man they already had there, they got from Detroit was going to be
who Christian Woods?
yeah.
That's the best that they got out the thing.
Look, Christian Woods gonna be as good as his point guard is. That's honest. However good his point guard is, that's how good he's gonna be.
I agree with that.
And plus they really messed up that the whole DeMarcus Cousins deal over there.
Yeah, every one of their deals was bad though.
Yeah, I mean, right now when I'm thinking about it, man, like I'm just. It looked like they just want that black coach to start from the bottom, and they just give all these other coaches like a footstool.
And then Houston, man, look who they had on the team. They had John Wall, they had DeMarcus Cousins, they had Christian Wood. That whole roster construction did not make any kind of sense whatsoever. So if you signed DeMarcus Cousins, who came first? Christian Wood. That's what it was. They signed Christian Wood to that big ass deal. DeMarcus Cousins came in on a fucking league minimum. So of course they're gonna prioritize fucking goddamn Christian Wood because they signed him to the bigger deal.
Yeah, make him comfortable and shit. Yeah, make him comfortable.
Now for me, as a coach, look, you know what DeMarcus Cousins bring to the league, right? So at the very least, what the coach could have did was stagger the minutes of Boogie and fucking what's his face?
John Wall.
No, Christian Wood, right?
Oh, okay.
But I'm gonna tell you another team that could have had DeMarcus Cousins but didn't, but fucked it up.
Boston Celtics
had DeMarcus Cousins, right? Had the Wizards signed DeMarcus Cousins.
Oh yeah.
Oh man. Yeah, that move was
Hey, you know what? Hey, you just fucked me up, boy. Hey, yeah, man, they could use that down there. Yeah, especially with Brian going down.
Even with Thomas Bryant there, because Thomas Bryant wasn't ready, right?
No, not ready, but he's better than the big guys that they got behind him. He beat them out. He beat them out. That's what I'm saying. If he beat them out, and if he get hurt, you for sure go get Cousins.
Right. So when they released DeMarcus Cousins, I think they should have signed him before the season started. Because had you signed DeMarcus Cousins before the season, you could have got him on the middle of an exception, right?
Mm-hmm.
You could have got him on the cheap because no one's touching him because of his injury history, right? So you got John Wall, Boogie Cousins, Bradley Beal, and then you got the Davis Bertans, right? You could have brought it, just re-signed Davis Bertans. You don't have to trade John Wall. You got a nice little nucleus right there.
Have you heard this, LB? Allegedly, LeBron James allegedly has talked to the up and ups and let them know that if the Lakers are in the play-in, he will not be playing.
There you go.
I have not heard that per se, but I don't expect the Lakers to be in the playing game. I think they're gonna get this together. I think they're gonna get it together and they're gonna beat.
I was saying that. Now look, I'm gonna tell you this. One of these teams we're gonna beat. I don't know which one it is. Like I said, I'll pick Portland. Like I really feel this. Look, we don't supposed to at this time beat either one of these teams. But I think Portland is the team that'll give us a game. Like they will give the game to you because like this shooting too much. Instead of going to the hole, like if I was going against the Lakers, me knowing how they suffering on perimeter defense, I wouldn't be doing no shooting going against the Lakers. Me personally.
So, this so-called chosen one is not going to play in the playing games if the Lakers got playing that.
Yeah, and he's not going to play in these games too. I heard he's not playing for sure in the Portland or the Clipper game.
See, that's why
this is what rules me out. Yeah, this is what rules me out on him when it comes to comparing him to like Kobe. See, I remember these games. I remember these games just from great basketball players. Period. It's not just Kobe, but that's just who I'm leading with because it's the recent. So it ain't that goddamn far for y'all. Kobe used to be injured, come back from his injury, and it was like 27 and up, 30, something like that, like a straight comeback game, like a real comeback game. This nigga come back and look horrific.
It was just players back then that had that work ethic. When they came back from the energy.
Salute to the salute to LB.
It was just players back then.
You a Lakers fan? Hey Trayvon, you got a question in the chat saying you a Lakers fan?
Yes, sir.
I mean, look at the head.
Damn.
I'm a Lakers fan too.
I'm gonna be tough. Being a Lakers fan right now.
Not a RoboCop fan,
yes,
but
sir,
a Lakers
I am
fan.
a Laker fan. I am a Laker fan.
I was remembering when the Lakers was so bad, they didn't call us the Lakers.
Yo,
they call us the
anybody hear
Lakers.
that? Or I'm just tripping. Anybody hear that slow motion?
See, True like a fan would not take this bullshit LeBron James is trying to do right now.
Man, I just don't like the energy, bro. I don't like the energy. I'm a dude that goes off of the energy, you gotta have emotion. Like this, sports are emotional games. Like it's a mind thing, but it's your mind is also like you show your mind with your emotion too, where your mind frame is like, and his mind frame, I don't. It's selfish. LeBron James' mind frame, ever since he got in the league, is selfish.
I wouldn't say when he got in the league. I feel like that towards his end of his once he got Cleveland accomplished, I felt like that's when it became I'm gonna do me in the concept in a way. Because after he fulfilled that, I felt like
you don't think in Miami. You don't think in Miami?
Nah, Miami. No, like if you're talking about what happened at the end with the Spurs and everything. Honestly, I felt like anybody who's actually seen it, I am from Miami, like that team wasn't really structured for his ability at the end. You know what I'm saying? I know Pat Riley supposed to be the magic man and making everything happen, but LeBron's not that type of guy to follow behind another alpha in a way. And that concept, especially if Pat Riley's so involved into picking who you play with, compared to him choosing and filling out which players he want to play with, honestly. Like I said, like in Miami, he learned the game. You know I'm saying? I felt like in Miami, he went there to learn the game, to be able to establish his print on a team, like an organization like Cleveland. Like after today with Jeannie Buss, you could tell he impacted her as well. How she put him in the top 5 of most important Lakers. And it just shows that, bro, like when a player is not willing to learn from a teacher, that's when he be trying to that's how the game kind of get eradicated, because he's not into it like for example, what's a good example? I'm not to harp off of KD, but KD is a perfect example as in the concept of he at that level, but he still wants to learn more. With LeBron, it don't seem like he's trying to learn more about basketball. He's trying to learn how to control the operation of basketball instead of outside the court, off the court situation. And I'm seeing that, honestly. It's not like he's not really into the game no more, honestly. Like he don't have that hunger to learn a different skill set, you know what I'm saying? I see he learned some of the threes, but that was towards the end of Cleveland, beginning of Cleveland, to learn how to just really go off of that. But he haven't really added anything to his arsenal.
He never had that motivation to learn skill, because he's still, except for like you said, just
after Cleveland, the first go around
to learn skill.
He had to. To learn skills. Yes, that's why he went to Miami. Like Miami
I
is that
I don't know. I don't know. His skills is still trash. To
To
be
me,
to be in the league
no,
as long as he has been, and for them to put him trying to compare him to Michael Jordan, his skills are horrible.
no.
to
I'm
me,
not saying you're wrong about that. I'm not even saying what I'm right. What I'm saying is right. But how I'm saying it from the time he was in Miami, that's where his skills was at the peak. Truthfully,
Tell me
if you
what's
really
his
paid
skills.
nah.
attention.
Tell me what's. Hey, look. All right. Let me ask you this. And look, if I took this away from you, you probably wouldn't even be able to say he had a skill. If I say don't say nothing about driving to the lane, you wouldn't be able to tell me no skill that like LeBron is the best in the league in. What skill?
Okay, I'm gonna tell you about watching the floor, actually seeing the floor play match. Because due
You
to the
think
fact that
he's
when he was in Cleveland,
you think he see the floor better than Chris Paul, Rajon Rondo, or equally?
I would say not now because he lost the motivation to actually continue it. He was in Miami, like I was saying, like when he was in Miami, and
So
then a little bit in Cleveland.
what I'm asking you.
Yeah,
That's what I'm asking you. See, continually like
yeah. He's
what's
not
it
now.
called, like
He like when yeah,
consistency. So that's what I'm
yeah.
asking you.
Right.
What does he reign supreme in skills? He don't. Other than driving to the back, it ain't nothing that you can say LeBron is the like really the absolute king of in this
Yeah.
skill. That's what I
Right.
mean. It ain't no
Yeah.
skill, no low post skill, no footwork
He
skill,
got
no
away
dribbling
from it.
skills.
He like you know what I'm saying. Like he had it
That's an
and he got
excuse.
away from
That's
it.
an excuse to say. That's an excuse to say that he just don't have skill. You saying he got
No,
away
I know
from
what
it?
you
No,
mean.
you just don't got skill.
Yeah, no. He got away from it, bro. Cause he like you gotta understand when you learning something like that, you gotta take time and be consistent with it.
That's
Like
like me saying I could
like you
sing,
know what I'm
right?
saying.
That's like me saying I
Mm.
could sing, but then when you hear me sing right now, I sound fucked up. I'm like, oh, but back in the day, I just got away from it. No, I can't sing. That's what I need to say. Don't say you can sing, then, bro. Say you can't. You can't say you got away. You play basketball, right? I say, bro, you can play basketball. You say, yeah. We go on the court. You don't know how to play really that good no more. Like you know how to play, but you can't play like you said you could. Like, hold on, just say you can't play like no more. Don't come out here and say you can. It's been you got away from the game. How long? I mean,
See,
geez.
like for the word, like so when you come to the word can, I feel like the word can is something that you're applying that you never did before. Can you do this? Can you do that? Like, can I walk down the street? I can't walk no
No,
more,
I'm
but I
saying he
can walk
don't
down the
have
street. You know what I'm
skill.
saying? Like,
He
yeah,
can't learn no skill. If you look at it, like he feels like whatever he is enough. Like look at how they talk about him. Like if they already talk, it's like Ben Simmons. The way they have this league is they don't pressure a dude to learn skill. They team up for one. If you think I can go team up with a dude who's a better shooter instead of making myself a better shooter, that's one that's gonna hold you back. Two, no
facts.
one's on you. No coach is holding you accountable for adding to your game.
That's true.
Nobody on your team is holding you accountable for adding to your game. That's going to be better for your team. The better you are, the better we are. Three, you're coming out with all these one and dones that is not learning the game. You have to come into the league and get paid to learn the game at this time, which is wasting some of our superstars' valuable years that we have on the teams that some of you dudes are getting dropped to because you are not developed. You wanted to rush to the league and get paid and start getting a brand started instead of learning basketball so you can come and really help us win a championship.
Facts. No, I'm not arguing what you're saying is wrong. Definitely, like everything you hitting is actually the problem of the game nowadays. I actually heard Phil Jackson speak about it in the interview a couple of years ago when he was talking about how these young players coming in the game and how the media and everything is portraying them to be all this. However, they're not allowing them to grow. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like they took out that plant and they just put it in a showcase instead of letting that plant grow. Then you put that whole tree into a showcase or
Yeah,
something
that's why
like that.
that's why the players overseas come in way better because they playing at
Yeah,
a
and you
younger
peep that.
age in the
You peep
league
that.
and they're coming back
Yeah.
and you see dudes like Luca and before that like these dudes are flop. They're like they're showing you growth in the league. Everybody that comes from overseas shows you growth. Like the only thing they got to learn when they come to the league is how to be a little bit American physical, like American whistles, like get used to the American whistle. What's a foul over here and what the hell not? That's the only thing they got to get used to. Physicality and what's a foul over here and what's not.
Facts. But you know what made it different for the Europeans at the beginning when they came over here and Americans had it kind of like dominant in a way because back in the days they used to play ball in the street. They used to play ball at the park. You used to do all that. Nowadays you don't have that. You got organizational. Like you don't have those different gaps. You always got 15-15. When I used to go to the park, they used to have older heads. Older heads used to be there, and we used to play them. But we used to get our ass whooped. But it was a lesson. Not a loss. It was a lesson. So we learned how to play the ball. And then when they pickpocket us, when they took our cookies and shit, we learned that we gotta probably not cuff the ball, but actually better protect the ball when I'm going this way, when I'm driving this way. So it was a teaching effort. Nowadays you don't have that.
It's just not fair, bro. Yeah. It's not fair to the league. It's not fair to the fans that we get an unfinished product, but y'all pumping it up. Off of one season, how can he show me that he's consistent? Oh, he shot 50% from 3 in college 1 year. Let's see the second year. Damn, can we see a little consistent? Oh, damn, he did it 2 years in a row. Draft that kid. You understand? That's how I know he's a real shooter.
Can I say something real quick?
Go ahead, do you think? My bad.
I'm a college basketball fan because I live and breathe college basketball. I'm also a Louisville Cardinal fan too because I can watch every game. I can tell guys who are players, who are not players. Like when Donovan got picked for 13 from Utah, I knew how good he was. Other people didn't know how good he was though. Like they thought he was going to be a bust because he went to University of Louisville. But I've seen what he can do. The only reason why he couldn't show what he can really do because the coach was kind of holding him back. Now you're seeing that he's up there in Utah doing his thing, making him look like a top 5 point guard. It's cats like if you really do your research on college basketball, there are guys right now who can come in the league and tear it up. Like it's gonna be a cat next year named Sam Williamson. Mid-range is dangerous, but if he comes out, he's not gonna be a top 5 pick because people are gonna see, you was in college 3 years, you're not good enough to play in this league right now. I'm telling you, if you get guys who play 2 to 3 years in college, they're gonna come in the league and tear it up because they actually worked on their game.
You're right. That's why Kyle Kuzma outshined Lonzo Ball because he went more years. He had more time to hone into his game.
Hey, can you guys do me a favor and smash the like button, man? If you haven't smashed the like button already, please do so. You know what I'm saying?
And Trayvon, watch out for this kid. And Trayvon, watch out for this kid. David Johnson, a 6'5" point guard coming out of Louisville. He's not gonna be a top 5 pick, but he's gonna come in the league and tear it up. Watch.
Hey. Back in the days, majority of the players that used to be the stars were not the number 1 draft picks. It was always them little diamonds in the rough.
Well, me, I'm gonna say, when you said that LeBron developed in Miami, I was like, I kind of like disagree on it, agree on it. No, it's like agree, it's agreeing to disagree.
Let's not step on people while they are speaking. All right, let's not do that. All right, so let's Sterling Young, what you gotta say?
Yeah, I kind of like half agree, half disagree. Like, yeah, he did work, but he didn't work to after the loss. He tried to work it with Akeem helped him with the post move, but it's like the skill, No, it's like what Trayvon says, like his skills, like where's that skill he had? Where's that skill have in the Lakers? It's all because to me, all he has for me is just that go in, drive in aggressively, lay up in the dunking in it, and Sometimes you shoot it, but where's the skill? You know, where's the post? Where's his post? I don't see the post when he's in Miami. So it's like
Facts, bro. Facts.
it's like if you want to develop skill, keep develop it. Don't just like, oh, I'm just developing because something happened to me this forward, and then just stop doing it. You got to keep going. You got to keep going with it. You got to get developed until you become better. Till you become better and develop and become better at that skill. He doesn't have that.
All right. Now, what was you about to say? Wait, what?
I ain't hear you because my shit was acting up. I had to refresh it. So my fault if I talked over anybody. My fault on that. But not but like what you were saying, dude. I don't know who had bring it up, but like Boogie, ain't gonna lie, Boogie, the best move he should have made, honestly, should have went to Denver. Honestly, like Boogie should have went to Denver. I mean, Jokic would have been on 2 towers of excellence. Nuggets would have won a championship this year, and I'm not even gassing that, honestly, because they would have saved that second pick if they never had, you know, they still probably would have got Jeremy McGee, but honestly, they would have saved that second. Honestly, that would have been a beautiful thing right there.
The thing with Boogie, if he went to Denver to play with Jokic, he really only bring offense to that team. You think about it. I mean, he can play a little defense.
I'm not saying, but like him and Jokic in the back, they would have been working together perfectly, bro. Like that rotational.
He's offensive.
All right, let me interject on that one. All right, first of all, if Boogie went to Denver, he ain't getting no burn behind Jokic. That's for one. Okay.
He on the court with Jokic.
No, they're not sharing the court together, bro.
What are you talking about?
No, what are you talking about?
Talking about?
I'm saying,
Yeah, you gotta be
Hold up. Let LB talk first, then you talk, man.
Well, of course, I'm gonna get mine off. This is my fucking channel. Look, Jokic and Boogie Cousins will not share the same court at the same time. There's no way possible that those two guys who play the same position go share the same court at the same time. There's no way in hell that's going to happen. Okay, so in your scenario, right, that you say that Boogie Cousins and Jokic share the same court at the same time, so where Boogie go play at?
Is that a rhetorical or you want me to answer for real? I can answer it.
You better not say foul for it.
Bro, once again, you have Cousins at center, and then you will have Jokic at power forward because, listen, like Jokic is not the one who just play in the paint all the time. He know how to use and remove. Like,
DeMarcus Cousins
to the fact.
Over a clipboard.
So where Aaron Gordon gonna play?
I'm gonna get his point across. Go ahead, get your point off. Get your point off.
Y'all talking to me.
Get Trunks. I want him to finish his point, and then I'll let y'all chime in. Go ahead, finish your point.
My point is this. Shout out to LB for that. Listen, the point of that is you have him at point forward, and you have Boogie at center. Due to the like period, right? If you actually watch Jokic's game, he's not always in the paint. He know how to maneuver and rotate throughout the whole offense and just go through the flow of that. And then you got two of them. Like I seen Tim Duncan and David Robinson on the same court together. I seen Anthony Davis and Boogie Cousins together on the same court. Unless y'all niggas forgot about that shit, tell me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I know y'all stuck in this new run fast. You slow the game down if you can just work. You can shut down defense. Your defense is solid. You don't have to follow this speed, fast pace, that 7 seconds or less offense that we have nowadays. That's the difference. If you had those two power forwards, not even two power forwards, but you had those two powers, like them two towers in the paint on the defensive end, like bro, like you just gonna have to get a nice little smooth. I ain't gonna say 3D because I don't like that analogy because that take away the skill set of a small forward. But just get somebody who's solid enough to play on the outside like that, give you some shots, which you already do. Michael, you got Junior over there, which is perfect. Right there, that team would have been lit, especially if they ran an offense, not today offense, but prior past offense where you can use those two big guys on the proper return. Like, bro, I seen championships with two big guys. Like, the idea that y'all forgot about teams that had two big guys in one championship, regardless of who they play, they gotta understand basketball is a concept of both of y'all being balanced, offense and defense. Like, you don't have to speed up. When you get caught up in the new offense nowadays, you start doing these 3s out and 3 shootouts. That's why you got teams like Utah at the top of the seed, because they got that mindset of you following today. Oh, they want to shoot threes, we want to beat you with threes. Do y'all see that threes are up? Like yo, the average three for each team then is like 40 attempts at least, 40 attempts, bro. Like you can slow that shit down by the way you play
Bad
offense and how you
basketball.
run your defense. Like for real. Watch them Spurs. Watch them Spurs, bro. Watch them 0-2 Spurs. I'm telling you, dog.
All right, hey,
Watch
shout
them
out
0-2 Spurs.
to Michael Smith, first down, Brett Jackson. I see you up in here, JCV. Hey, man, I appreciate y'all for being up in here tonight. All right, so I can't disagree with you anymore, but I appreciate your take, though, but I cannot disagree with you anymore with that take, right? Just, all right, two situations don't mean that that's the gospel, okay? Those were two unique situations where it just worked out, right? But Kid Trunks, what's your rebuttal on that? I know you wanted to chime in, so go ahead. You first, then I'm gonna go to I think it was Mr. Winters. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna be quick on this. I don't know why you even comparing Tim Duncan, David Robinson situation to Marcus Cousins and Nikola Jokic. You can never, don't you ever bring those words out your mouth, man. Because the thing with DeMarcus Cousins, this dude can jump over a clipboard, man. He's a good player. He offensively skilled, but what would he bring on the defensive side? He's still a somewhat of a okay defensive player, but I think the best option for him, and most especially for the Clippers, is when they got DeMarcus Cousins. I don't know how they really going to even use DeMarcus Cousins for Denver, because I believe he could help, but he won't bring him no like championship or whatever. That's all I really got to say about that.
Hey, can I say something right quick, LB too? Let me ask you a question. Who can take, like, what center in the league right now that can dominate besides Joel Embiid, that can dominate Boogie on the offensive end, like as they're not like him playing defense, but who on the offensive end as a center, who can dominate him? Because you keep talking like these guys are gonna play one-on-one. You believe in team defense, bro? Like, come on, bro. The two big guys are not going out there on the island by themselves against what center who can cross them up like that? Yeah, actually watch the game and stop talking like
A
you
lot
got
of centers
stats,
can cross
bro.
him up. They ain't play 7-footers like today now. They just use that quick step, and it's over with DeMarcus. And Nikola
It's
Jokic not even
team
crazy.
defense, bro. It's not. You think the coach?
I
That's why
just
I
want to
said.
know, like,
Go ahead.
what I want to know is, I just want to know, like, so you gonna sit Aaron Gordon down? No, you're not gonna sit Aaron Gordon down for no Boogie Cousins, because if you want to talk about David Robinson and Tim Duncan, those are two guys that play defense. You know what I'm saying?
Gordon.
Jokic is not a
Aaron
good,
Gordon's a power forward or a
it's not a
center.
good defender.
I'm
And Aaron Gordon, part of the reason why that trade went down is because he would take defensive pressure off of Jokic. Because when Jokic had to play defense at a high level and play offense, he's a different player. You know what I'm saying? When he got to score and defend, he's different. You know what I'm saying? And that's that. You have to have it to beat Denver. You got to make Jokic work more than he wants to work.
that
You know
physical.
what I'm saying? You got to
Yeah,
get physical with him, and you got to make him have to guard somebody. If he got to guard somebody like that can score, then he in trouble.
That's the thing.
So
Nah,
that's why they got Aaron Gordon over there, to take defensive pressure off of him. He can guard the
Hold up,
bigs
hold up,
because
hold
he's
up,
long
hold
enough.
up,
Why they
hold
got
up, hold
You
up,
act like
hold up.
That's why
Boogie
they
can't
got
come off
Joel
the bench.
McGee.
Hold up real quick. You probably want to know how good Boogie is to Boogie and Ibaka play together for the Clippers.
Yeah,
Then you
because
but yeah, hold on, catch up. But yeah, but that's different. But you're saying what he's saying is Tim Duncan and Dave Robinson. They both play different positions. Tim Duncan is the 4th. Dave Robinson plays the 5. Boogie and Jokic, they're both centers. They both play the 5. And technically,
thank you, Young. Thank you, bro. Thank
hold
you.
on,
Thank you, bro. Like, I don't know what he was talking about. They were two different positions. Thank
There
you,
was two
bro.
different
God.
positions. But
And they both slow
I got
with
a
it. They
question.
both slow with it.
Y'all talking about
Defense,
prime
though.
boogie? Y'all talking about a prime boogie?
wait, hold on. Well, I'm finished.
Now
But
we talking about Boogie right now. Boogie right
hold on,
now.
hold on. But two big.
Okay.
Well, you got two big guys. But the problem is, can both play defense?
No.
That's the
Neither
problem.
one of them play defense.
You said
Neither
what?
one of
I
them play
think this.
defense.
Oh yeah.
I think
Neither
this.
one
Man,
of them
look,
either.
that dynamic's not going to work because
It's not gonna work.
one, Jokic is ball. Okay, so this is why it's not going to work. All right, this is why this situation not going to work. Because so you got DeMarcus Cousins and Jokic on the floor at the same time, right? Say Jamal Murray's on the floor. Jamal Murray's not. Jamal Murray got to get his touches, right? Then you got Will Barton, Michael Porter Jr. They got to get their touches, right? So where in that is somebody got to take a back seat? Who's going to take the back seat? And then Mike
Bro, are
Malone
we?
is even of a head coach, so you got that dynamic too.
Like, I ain't gonna lie to you, LB. Like, I ain't gonna disrespect these players. Not they seem like these boys need stats. Is this for a championship or we just playing pickup? Because if they for a championship, they gonna make that sacrifice. We gotta stop trying them like that. It's just like as in the NBA players, like they
So I'm
will make
asking
that
you,
sacrifice.
who is willing to make the sacrifice though?
Bro, Boogie can make that sacrifice. It just Jokic can make that
Boogie
sacrifice.
not making that
Jamari can
sacrifice.
make
Bro.
the
I'm telling you
sacrifice.
right now.
Like you making it seem like
He can't.
there's only two people in the league that you got to give them their shit regardless of the team. LeBron and KD. That's only two niggas.
That's not true.
Hey, if you want to put Steph in there, if the offense want to run around it, that's it. But
That's
niggas,
not true.
That's it. Who? Who else?
AD,
Bro, stop.
KD, like KD is willing to make a sacrifice to let other guys shine.
Russell
LeBron's not willing to do that.
Hey, bro, you see what's going on with Russell Westbrook when they try and force it around him? That's what I'm saying. Like, bro, you're not making that sacrifice, bro.
But you say motherfuckers got to be willing to sacrifice, and I just gave you like 3 people who's not
Right,
willing.
yeah. Boogie can't.
I was saying
I got a question, y'all.
Listen, I was just saying
D5,
3 people who you.
Hold on, let me get D5 in here because he ain't said nothing all stream. What you got on this, man?
All I gotta say is, how come Boogie can't come off the bench? I mean, yeah, act like Boogie just got to start.
That would be better. That would be a whole lot better. But they good with JaVale McGee. They need somebody down there that's gonna defend.
Like JaVale McGee can
Boogie's
take
not
that
gonna
back.
defend
He
like
can
JaVale
take that
McGee did.
backseat. Yeah, he can take that backseat, and he's very
They
good
got to
defensively. He's very good defensively. Boogie cannot.
I'm gonna tell you
cannot
something.
take that
Since Boogie hurt himself, he's not the same player defensively. I mean, I think he can give it to you a little bit in the low post, depending who he's going against. If it's somebody elite in the paint, I think Boogie might get cooked. But if somebody like average or good or slightly above average or something, I think Boogie can handle his own.
Yeah, but like his own.
If it come to starting both of them, then yeah, I wouldn't start Boogie with Jokic because you're right. If you need somebody like Paul Millsap or what's that guy named Aaron Gordon to play defense because Jokic is a fat kid, bro. He's gonna get tired and shit. But Boogie's the type of player. He still got value in this league where he can come off the bench. You know what I mean?
He's playing good for the Clippers right now. The Clippers, he's what they need right now. He's playing very good. They just gotta get everybody back. The Clippers, when they get everybody back, they're gonna be very dangerous. I picked them to win it all when they get everybody back.
No,
they got the.
When everybody come back from the Clippers, Boogie's gonna be starting with Serge Ibaka in the playoffs.
Well, yeah, but to me,
I don't know if he's gonna be starting. Boogie ain't gonna be starting. Serge Ibaka gonna be starting again.
So
you think Boogie's gonna start over Zubac?
Center and Serge gonna be playing power forward.
Yeah, but
no, he ain't. No, he's not gonna still move down. No, because you need Zubac.
Boogie gonna start over Zubac?
Hold on, Dino. But you saying him start over?
Or they might start Zubac to, they might bring. They might start Zubac to start off because he's younger, and you know what I'm saying. And they might bring in, but I bet you Ibaka's gonna be finishing the game. I bet you that he's gonna be finishing the game if they start Zubac.
Yeah, that's sweet.
But you got two positions, power forward and center. So you can start Ibaka and Zubac, or Ibaka and Boogie.
You gotta understand, like you can't have 2 big 7-footers that, because you slow up the offense like that. You're gonna have them running on. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be running off the court all slow. You gotta have guys that move.
Like I feel like you got that Madden playbook.
Basically, y'all gotta think about this. What the matchup going to be in the first round for the Clippers and second round?
Yeah.
Thank you.
It
It
That's
don't
what
might
I'm
be the
trying to.
Lakers. That's the Lakers are trying to avoid the Clippers in the first round. If you can see what's going on, they trying to avoid that. They don't want that smoke. The Lakers are
I
facing a
don't
double
see
edged
that.
sword.
I don't see that.
They either gonna play the Clippers or the Denver Nuggets in the first round. The problem is they want to avoid the Clippers, but they want the Clippers to run into the Nuggets because they don't want to have to face the Clippers, and they think the Nuggets are
no.
the ones that's
So
going
If
to
what
they
are
be
you
meet
able to
the
beat them.
Clippers,
saying?
that can be a. If
But
they meet
What
the
are you
but
Clippers
if,
saying?
if
and
they
they
What
meet
are
but
the
if,
you
but
Denver
if,
saying?
if the
Nuggets, that can
Clippers
be a
if the
second
if
round
the
game though.
if the
Bro,
Lakers run into the Nuggets, then they eliminate the team. They eliminate the only team that can eliminate the Clippers, and they got to run into them anyway. So that's the situation that they facing. So they just
bro.
like, what the fuck we gonna do?
They gotta
And
just
plus,
play it
think
out.
about if the reports are real and LeBron James is not going to play in the playing game, then that can be a whole different dynamic now.
Hey, you know what
Man, he better
that
get the
remind
fuck
me
up
of?
out of here. He better go on
That
with that
whole
soft ass shit. Kobe had his Achilles falling off and was trying to get in and get to the eighth
hey
spot.
Lewis.
I don't want to hear that
Hey
shit
That's
Lewis.
about
what
no
I'm
ankle
saying.
sprain.
Like,
Okay,
how can y'all be
hold on, y'all. Hold on, time out. I don't know where that report comes from talking about LeBron not playing in the playing game. Look,
Nah,
I don't agree with that at all.
I don't
If
agree
there's
with
a
that. I don't
chance to
think
go
he
to
can do
playoffs
that.
for him to preserve his champion, for him to win a championship and all that, he playing. All right,
Fact.
for him not to play, for him, whoever came up with that article, whatever like that, that's bullshit. All right, LeBron
Fact.
James
Man,
is playing.
hey,
Let's not fucking
LB,
get
this is LeBron we talking about, man. This
he
is
playing.
LeBron James we talking about. If he ain't got no
Nah,
easy
don't
route,
do
he
that,
don't
bro.
want it.
Come on, bro. Come on. Don't even do that, bro. I don't even.
I agree. I agree with
I don't even.
LB,
I don't
bro.
even
Unless
fuck with it
LeBron
like
James
that.
is hurt
But
for
I ain't
real,
gonna
for real,
disrespect him like that.
LeBron James is gonna play. I don't
Right.
believe
Man,
that.
that motherfucker would
LeBron
have
James
never
is gonna
said
play.
that. That motherfucker wouldn't have sat there on that podium and said, "I'll never be. It might not ever get healthy again." That's just a ready-made, built-in excuse for you to either, if you lose or if you don't want to come back and play. Because if LeBron don't look at what he did last time he got hurt, when he talking about I'm activating playoff mode, that motherfucker tanked like a motherfucker because he had the lower seed and didn't want to face one of the higher seeds in the first round. Fuck out of
Then
here.
Nah,
I
that's a
he
reach.
just came out.
That's a
He came
reach.
out
You
this year
No,
reaching
talking
on
I
about
that
don't
one,
agree with
big
that,
dog.
man.
You
he
reaching
just
on
came
I
out
that
don't
this
one.
agree
year
with that.
talking about
You
the
reaching.
storm
That's
coming.
hate. I
Here when
hear
it
hate in
comes.
your voice. I'm hearing hate in your voice, bro.
Hey,
Stop that.
look. This is my thing, right? Now, I know everybody got their reservations, but LeBron James and all that, right? From the extreme dick licks to the extreme haters, right?
Fact.
Me, I'm somewhere in the middle, right? And look. While he does have some things I've had some reservations about and all that, if there's a chance for him to play, he gonna play because there's some
Fact.
other things that's on the line here, right? The fact that he has a shot to catch Kareem in all time as an all time leading scorer, right? He already got the
Right.
record for most playoff points and shit like that. Now I say that with a pinch of salt because there's a lot of things that have came into play to allow him to get that, right? Considering that first round's been best of 7, when back in the day, first round was best of 5, right? They didn't play that many games in the playoffs back in the day before 2003. They just
Fact.
didn't. So that allowed him to become the all-time scoring leader in the playoffs and shit like that. Okay,
That's
but
facts. That's facts.
um, look, LeBron James trying to leave. They're already comparing him to Michael Jordan, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then they have up and coming players that's going to compare to him. He know
True.
that he has a legacy on the line that he's trying to meet. He's trying to catch Jordan in rings, trying to catch Kareem in scoring. Why would he not play?
Facts.
Well, it remains to be seen. If he play, then okay, cool. But if he
He's
don't,
playing.
then
But you gotta
There
peep
ain't
this
no
too,
way he's
though.
not playing. That's
You gotta
my
peep this
whole
too,
thing.
though. He is the face of
all
the
right.
league, bro. You can't do that, bro. Like literally, you can't do that. That's a Scottie Pippen. I'm gonna sit on the bench while Tony go take that shot. That's the type of shit like that. He gonna regret that, and I doubt he gonna do that. Real talk, like, come on, bro. That I don't know what you got against him or nothing, but come on, bro. He an actual basketball player, bro.
And
That's
then
not.
No,
and I'll be
I'm not
fucked up.
saying he would. I'm not saying that he would actually do it, but I'm saying I wouldn't be surprised if he did. I would not be surprised if he didn't want to, because he don't want to tarnish his legacy by going out in the first round, going out in the play-in like that. You know what I'm saying? But at the same
It would
time, if you
tarnish
don't
the
want to
work.
tarnish your legacy like that, if you don't want to
Yeah,
tarnish
'cause
your
he gonna
legacy
get
like that,
killed.
then you go in there and beat whoever in front of you.
he gonna get killed. Just
That's
how
what you should
Scotty
do.
got killed, like because he ain't want to go in, and they still made that shot. Either way, but he
I
still
think
got killed. So that shit gonna be
No, he got
horrible.
sat down. Phil Jackson pulled his ass out. He knows Scotty. He knows Scotty is mentally weak. Scotty is a mental midget. He's great.
Nah,
Great player,
but
talented.
hey, Scotty
Scotty was a
Pippen
mental midget.
not
Hey,
mentally
yo,
weak, bro.
chill. Don't disrespect Scotty
Scotty
like
Pippen
that,
not
bro.
mentally weak, bro. You ain't gonna say that, bro. Scotty Pippen not
Yo,
mentally
stop
weak,
being
bro.
disrespectful,
I
bro.
love.
Come on
Listen,
now.
I like Scotty Pippen, dog. I like Scotty Pippen.
I can't
I'm
tell.
not a hater. I like that dude, but I mean, I'm telling it like it is. He like
Hey,
what Paul. It's like this.
I'm
He
gonna
like
tell you
what
how
Paul
it's
How
George
you
is.
bullshit.
to say that?
He like what Paul
How you
George
say
is.
that,
I'm gonna
bro?
tell you how it's
Come on.
bullshit. If Scottie Pippen was mentally weak, Michael Jordan would not fuck with him, bro. You know what I'm saying? Michael
Facts.
Jordan made sure he wasn't mentally weak, bro. So
Michael
that's
Jordan
cap
had to
right
fuck
there.
with him. Michael
Hold
Jordan.
up,
That was
hold up,
Michael
hold up, hold
Jordan's
up, hold
project.
up, hold up. I'm a Bulls fan. I remember that. I remember when he did that. I said, I called Pittman a motherfucking asshole that night he did that shit. Like you
He did what?
When you left
sit out there
Kukoc shot there,
when
because he
Kukoc
wanted to
po-
take
No,
that
no,
shot.
no. I'm gonna give him his credit. He wanted to take that shot, but Phil Jackson didn't want him to take
Hold
that
on.
shot. He
I'm
wanted to do it.
confused.
because
Nah, he
they
was on
ran
to get
that
bro.
play.
Stop.
They ran that play so many times, and the shot was made for Kukoc. And Kukoc can make that shot, and Pippen could not make that shot because
Facts, bro.
Kukoc was a better shooter than Pippen.
But he did want to take it, even though he did want to take it, and I give him his credit for that. Even though I think that he's a
Nah,
Paul George
bro.
type
See,
guy to
hey,
where his head ain't all the way there
Mentally,
yet.
brother,
mentally weak is like DeMar DeRozan or some shit, bro.
No, he ain't to
listen,
that. He ain't to
listen.
that degree.
Hey,
What's up?
Mr.
That
Winter,
was a
I
playoff
got,
game. If
I
Pippen would have
got
missed
holler
that
at you,
shot,
big bro.
the Bulls would have been in big trouble in that playoff series right there.
Facts.
So
So, Mr. Winters, bro, I feel where you coming from, like in a different way. But honestly, bro, that's horrible, bro. Because we got to talk about that team sport. Like you can't, like he was wrong with that in general, bro. Because you got to remember, basketball is not just yourself, bro. Like you feel me? You got to actually sacrifice yourself in the situation. Be that decoy, just like '98. Be that decoy. Help the team. You know what I'm saying? That's why he regretted that shit so hard after that, bro. That's the biggest shit. If you really pay attention to when he talked about
now
that,
Pippen said
he
if he had to
that
do it
shit.
all over again, Pippen said he would do the same thing if he had to do it all over again.
Yeah, I gotta remember he was doing it for a contract. It wasn't about mental
Same
weakness.
thing
It was
Isaiah
about
said
it was
too,
about
though.
his money, bro.
I
It
guarantee
was about
you.
his money.
Oh yeah,
But
facts.
Now
Yeah.
it's not to take away. He's a great, like I say, man. I love Paul George, but he's not mentally strong enough to be a number one guy. Take that shot. You know what I'm saying? In the big moments, in playoff moments like that. That's what I mean about Scottie Pippen. He just ain't that
Okay.
guy.
No,
He's not that number
yeah,
one guy.
You
You know what
said
I'm saying?
I got you.
you said
I
he was
got you.
mentally weak, man.
Yeah,
He
you
was
can't
He
mentally
do
weak,
is.
man.
that though.
When
Come
he
on,
is.
bro.
He
You
is.
can't see. See,
I don't believe that.
you can't do that.
I
Bro.
might have went a little
Mr.
too.
Winters, I got a
went a
question.
little too far. Yeah.
Mr. Winters, I got a question. We know who Michael Jordan is as a person. Do you think
Yeah.
guys like Michael Jordan and Kobe will fuck with you if you mentally weak? Like period. Not saying Scottie Pippen was mentally weak at one point, but I'm just talking about as a whole, as his career as a whole. Do you think Michael Jordan would fuck with him if he was mentally weak? No, it wouldn't happen. Scottie Pippen would
I
have.
mean, no,
Scottie Pippen would have quit. You would have quit on Jordan if he was mentally weak. You would have quit.
but okay.
Yo.
Okay, but this is the thing. I'm gonna say with that. I think, yeah, I'm gonna answer it like this. It's not to say that Pippen is a bum, because Pippen can help. Michael Jordan just knows how to use Pippen. Okay, this is what Pippen is good at. This is what he's not good at. This is where I need to. This is where I need to shine. That's where he needs to shine. I'll take the game winning shot to take that pressure over Pippen. You just go out there and play your role. You guard somebody. You hit your shots when they come to you. You have your moments, but I'll close the show because that's not where your strength is. You feel what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying. I guess you're saying Scottie not a number one guy. That's what you're saying.
No, he's not. No, he's not number one guy. He got number one talent. He has number one talent, but the heart ain't there. I done seen too many guys punk him. I done seen Xavier McDaniel dog him. You know what I'm saying? I done seen too many dudes dog him. To where it's like, come on, Pip. Come on, dog. Fight back. Don't let dudes just push you around.
I also see where you might be coming from because Pippen let his woman step out on him. That's mentally weak right there.
Hold on.
Yeah, I mean, think about it, man. If a dude,
Hey, Lou, man. Hey, Lou, I'm gonna tell you something, Lou. A bitch gonna fuck what she wanna fuck, man. You can't control these hoes.
Facts.
No, I'm saying
Now,
that if you got a guy like Scottie Pippen, if a guy like Scottie Pippen is getting housed like by a guy like Xavier McDaniel or Dennis Rodman, it's gonna affect him. It's gonna get in his head. He's going to be shut down. That's what I'm saying.
I
You
ain't
know what I'm
seen none
saying?
of that his game. I'm gonna be
I
honest.
think,
Every
hey,
game any games I watch,
watch them
some of
battles
the
with Xavier McDaniel. Watch them battles. Watch what
I
Xavier
got a question.
McDaniel was doing to this dude.
yo, listen,
If
bro.
Scottie
This man,
Pippen was
listen,
mentally weak, he helped Jordan go through the fucking Pistons, bro. You forget.
bro.
He was fighting with Jordan with the Pistons. He was
Hey,
going
shout
through
out
the
to
Okay, so
same
Big
shit.
Shot. Shout
like
out
I
to Big
said,
Shot.
No,
Scottie
y'all
Pippen.
forget when Pippen first came in the league, Charles Oakley used to punk his ass as a rookie.
That's what I'm saying. That's all
Bro,
I'm saying. See,
Hold
this is
on.
the thing.
yo, show me these
Okay,
videos.
I
Send
got
me
a
these
question.
videos, bro. Cause I
It's
don't know where y'all
it's a
getting this
difference
from.
between everybody had like some big cousins or uncles who try to toughen you up, but that don't make you mentally weak. I'm not saying every in his career he had a mental had a mental weakness. I'm just taking his career as a totality. If we take it as a totality, I would say Scottie Pippen was not a mentally weak player. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. I
That's
believe
all
he
I'm
had
saying.
moments. There can be moments. Like everybody have moments, bro. It's not that you're fully that. You know what I'm saying? Like you have a
Yeah,
fuck nigga moment, but you don't
he's
need a
had
fuck
enough of
nigga.
them for me. He's had enough of them for me to where it's just like, all right, Pippen, and that's what made Jordan. I'm not trying to take nothing from Pippen, but that's what made Phil Jackson and Jordan so great. They like, man, we another player for another team would not have been able to coach Scotty and coach Scotty through these things. Phil Jackson was able to
Nobody.
coach him and like
Yo, Phil Jackson
Scotty.
is different though. Phil
Say
Jackson
what?
is different. He was
Again,
able to coach
y'all got to
Michael.
remember this too. Remember, if y'all remember the time they was thinking about trading Pippen to Seattle to try to get Tracy McGrady in the draft.
No, McGrady was they're gonna get him to Toronto for McGrady because Isaiah Thomas wanted to get Pippen out of there so bad to fuck with Mike. And they was gonna get, and they had another trade to Seattle on the table for the Rain Man.
I don't think if McGrady would have played with Jordan at that time, McGrady would not be able to take what Jordan, the type of energy Jordan brings to practice every day in the game. Jordan would have gotten on his ass from day one.
And that's the thing. That's the thing. When you got, and then who you ain't gonna fear too many things. You out there with Michael Jordan. That's gonna ease you a lot. I got Mike with me. I ain't gotta be.
Hey,
I just gotta do a little bit. I just gotta do my role. Cause with Mike,
that was
he gonna
a big
do his
role,
thing.
man. He had a big. Hey, you act like they won one championship. They won 6 of them bitches, man. He had a big role in that team.
Yeah,
Bro,
I mean, I'm not saying he didn't have. I'm not saying he didn't have a big role. What I'm saying
Michael
is,
Jordan said it himself. MJ said, "Without Scotty, there's no
yeah, of
MJ."
course.
So that says a lot.
Pippen used to take the hard defensive assignments when Jordan because they needed Jordan for points, they needed Pippen for defense. It's kind of like the thing that Steph Curry and Klay Thompson going through right now. You need Steph Curry need Klay Thompson because he's handled the hard defensive assignments and make the hard shot that
that's not the same.
I'm glad he used that example. I'm glad he used that example. I'm glad he used that example. I'm glad he used that example
because Steph Curry needs Klay Thompson so Steph Curry can get wide open.
No, Steph Curry needs Draymond Green. Steph Curry needs Draymond Green way more than he needs Klay Thompson.
Hey, that's cap. Hey, that's cap.
No.
Hey, that nigga said he need Draymond Green more than Klay Thompson, man. Go kill yourself, man. Go kill yourself.
To me, Mr. Winston, I disagree on the Draymond Green.
All Draymond Green do is set fucking screens.
I wonder who said that. Who said they need Draymond more than Klay Thompson?
Hey, Mr. Winter said that shit, man.
Mr. Winter,
Klay Thompson right now.
You can replace with Klay. You can replace. They can listen, man. They can get somebody in there that can play, that can shoot three and play defense. You can't get somebody in there that knows what Draymond knows.
Yo,
listen. Stop. I'm saying because he's a dude. No, he's a coach on the floor. He knows the sets. He knows the assignments. He knows how to get Steph Curry open. Klay don't know all that stuff.
Bro, hold on, bro. You talking about replacing Klay Thompson? Klay Thompson is one of the greatest shooters of all time, bro. Of all time.
That's fine, but you got shooters already. You can't.
Hold on. All Draymond Green do is set screens and get a ball to Steph Curry. I can do that shit, bro.
No, he does more than that. You gotta know. You gotta watch basketball. You gotta understand understand what's going. Don't just watch the ball go in the
Oh my
hoop.
God.
Understand what dudes are doing on the floor that don't always have the ball. The
Yeah,
man
but
is a genius,
bro,
man. He's
I can
very
name,
smart.
I can name 100 players that can do what Draymond Green do. I can't even name 50 players what can do what Klay Thompson can do. You see what I'm saying?
What do you mean? No. How many players know the game like Draymond Green though? How many players know
They
know
don't.
the game?
Hold on. First of all, if you want to be honest, Steph Curry really carrying Draymond Green. Because if all you gotta do is set a fucking screen and pass the ball, and that nigga's gonna shoot 45% from three, your job is easy.
That's not all he does. That's not all he does. He's a coach
I know what
on
you're trying
the
to
floor.
say. I know what you're trying to say. He's
Right.
hey, look,
The man
he
can handle
is.
the ball. The man can handle the ball like a point guard and run the offense like a point guard. He can get up and down the floor like a guard can.
I'm gonna explain, bro. I'm gonna explain. He is a point forward and shit, and he do got some playmaking skills, but that don't like his impact. Klay Thompson's impact is way more than that. You see what I'm saying? Klay Thompson can give you fucking 60 points off 11 dribbles and defend the best player on the offensive end. Draymond Green, bro.
Hey, let
this
me
nigga
say
can't even make
something
a
right
layup, bro.
All right, go ahead, James.
Go ahead, James.
Let me say something right quick. I ain't gonna lie, bro. This is a good debate, bro. But sometimes people just go overboard trying to praise people that don't deserve it. So when you say a point forward, look at Chris Webber point forward skills. But because he had to be the number one option on that offensive end, he couldn't always run point forward because that was gonna burn him out. So when you got a nigga who gonna just set screens all day, it's gonna make him look like he can run point forward because he ain't inserting his energy on doing nothing else. You see what I'm saying? So if you want to look at it that way, Mr. Winters, I understand that. But if you want to put it in context and on how much responsibility these players be having running point forward, you can't put Draymond Green running point forward in the same situation as LeBron. You can't. And both of them are point forwards. I could give you that. But that's all I can give you because of the position name and how the style of play is that they labeled it as. But other than that, Draymond is not a true point forward. True point forward know how to do more than just dribble the ball up the floor, give it to the best player and set screens. For real, for real.
Thank you. Yo, you solid that one, bro.
I respect that. I mean, we can part ways on that. I just feel like
no. I just try to make it easy for both of y'all to understand. You saying something that's right, but you put it in the wrong terminology when you're trying to debate about it because the impact that Draymond Green running a point forward is not the same as a LeBron, Chris Webber, Charles Barkley. You know, a nigga that really had that. They'll carry that weight like that. I gotta score, I gotta run point forward, and I gotta make sure my teammates getting tuned into the game. Man, Draymond ain't got those kind of responsibilities, so we could really shatter that point forward shit that he be doing. I don't know what it is, but you get anybody to do his job. What I'm saying, it takes a real point forward to get out there and generate a real offense, real superstar talent, to lift up a role player team to act like, make it look like it's an all-star level talent out here. LeBron makes players better. Draymond don't do that because if it ain't Steph Curry, who else he making better on that team?
Facts. You can have your center bro called KD, who was on the team last year, to ask him how to play ball and how to do an offense and how to learn all that. You can't tell me that he's a point forward because I feel James, you were softening it up, but let's be honest, it's not true.
No, that's why I say I try to put it the best way I can without having people flare up about the situation because he got a point that he's a point forward that they listed him as. Before the true point forward of watching the game going off the eye test, no, he not.
To add on to that, bro, like all I'm saying is like his value is not over Klay. That's all I would worry. I don't care if you feel like he a point forward or not. I just feel like the value of him is not over Klay.
That's why I really brought that up, though, D.
Yeah,
that's the reason why I brought that up because if you think Draymond is more impactful to that team than Klay, come on, bro. What is we watching? Like that's what I'm saying.
Hold on, let me add something to that. And plus, without Klay Thompson out there, Draymond Green got to do more things he can't not do. He can't focus on defense. He can't focus on somewhat trying to rebound. He can't focus on trying to do what Draymond got to do. Because without Klay Thompson out there, Draymond Green got to try to be an offensive guy, which he really not is. And plus, you got Steph Curry trying to shoot over 2 to 3 guys because the defense got to try to focus on Steph Curry now. When Klay Thompson's out there, you had to focus on Steph Curry and Klay Thompson for them to make shots.
And let's be honest though,
I
the
see. I just,
2016 Game
I,
7,
they,
the 2016 Game 7, Draymond Green. If that guy was here, then I'm not arguing. I would not argue you. But that guy is gone. Game 7, 2016.
Well, yeah, but
There
you but
but production. I'm saying like that's when his star
When
dropped.
I
Like
agree with
Draymond
that,
Green.
when KD was there, he was kind of like the point forward for that team. Because you got to worry about KD going off. You got to worry about Klay
I
Thompson
feel
and Steph Curry going
I
off.
feel like he was more. I feel like that role was more of him in 2016 when he didn't have that KD right there, when he was able to score as much. Like I get what you're saying. Like he was discriminating and he was playing more defense. He was focused more on defense when KD got there. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that when KD wasn't there, he was balanced. He was focused on the defense and offense. Now I don't even know what he's doing right now, bro. Like honestly, when KD there, he just focused on defense. He kind of got away from the offense, and that fucked him up for later on in his career, which he fucked up on too. You know what I'm saying? As in like getting away from. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Like some people need to get shots off, but he wasn't even trying to get shots off when he had the three guys there, and that's sad because you shouldn't be doing that because once one of them left, you became that third guy. And then the second guy got hurt, you became the second guy. Now the fact that you can't even be able to help your team like that, bro, it's painful. It's painful, bro, because
You saw
it's more
team
to that.
that point forward you talking
It's more
about,
to
Mr.
that though.
Winter.
last year.
It's more to that. It's more to that. Like, dude, you lost the whole everybody you played with
Yeah.
that one. All that Iggy's gone, Sean Livingston's gone, JaVale McGee's gone. All your vets are gone. When all that happened, KD and all them, they all left. So you left with a whole crop of new guys that's coming, that's rookies, and other guys that's coming from losing systems. And you got to try to acclimate them into this without Clay being there. So you basically trying to learn as you play, and it's kind of hard to do that. So
And
you know what I'm
like
saying?
I see
That
on that.
hold on, wait, hold on.
Go
To
ahead,
me,
go ahead. My bad.
you said, but I heard you say before. You said, we can replace Clay. You can't replace Clay. Nobody on that Warriors team can do what Clay does on that court. There's nobody can do it. And
if you're talking about just shooting in defense, you got Wiggins is an outstanding defender. I don't know if anybody's been watching, but he's outstanding at defense.
Mr. Winter,
He's an outstanding defender.
Wiggins. So you're saying that Wiggins can do stuff that Clay can do?
I'm not. No, you're not letting me finish. I said, first of all, if you're talking about just with the shooting and the defense that Klay Thompson is playing, okay, Klay Thompson is playing outstanding defense. You know what I'm saying? You can find shooting and you can find defense, that the stuff that he was doing. You can find that. You can find that.
Nobody can shoot like that.
That's when I kind of disagree. No, you can't. You can't with Clay.
I can tell you
Clay
why, but
I don't know why they didn't make a move. I would have made a move for Buddy because Buddy Hield want to get out of the tech. I would have made a move for him and had him there with Wiggins. I'm not saying they would have been, you know what I'm saying, but it would have gave you his point production, and nobody knew that.
No.
Player of the year. If you've been watching, like,
you can't do it. You can't do it. You can't do it with Clay. That's why Curry needs Clay and Clay needs Curry. They're 1A, 1B. You can't break them apart. There's 1A, 1B. They definitely need each other on that court and floor so they can perform.
Hey, put some respect on Steph.
Hey, Mr. Winters, I get what you're saying on that concept, but listen, the problem is coaching. 10 years ago, 15 years ago, you probably would have had a coach. If you had Mark Jackson there, schooling Andrew Wiggins and schooling them guys you're talking about, then I can agree with you. But the fact that you don't have coaches nowadays don't even teach you to play defense. They want you to focus on your threes. And
I feel that.
You feel me? If they would have had that coach, I can see what you're saying. Like, there can be more plays. But the fact that we don't have no more coaching and we don't have no more structure, that's why we don't have certain players like that no more. You know what I'm saying? That's why you don't have a Tony Allen out anymore. That's why you don't have so many different type of players that you thought can be not transcending, but can be copied. But the coaches are not doing it no more. The coaches is copying the same playbook from another coach. That's why they running the same ass offense, bro. And that shit killing me, bro. Honestly, bro, it's killing me because nobody don't got no originality.
It's killing the league. It's killing the league. That's what it's killing.
Facts.
It's killing basketball.
Facts,
you know what I'm saying?
bro, because nobody don't have their own different playbook. That's why I said Boogie to Denver would have been different because that would have brought back a different type of offense that people not rarely see. Nowadays, everybody would just see you shoot and run.
If Boogie played defense, I could kind of agree. If Boogie played defense, but he doesn't. I mean, he's gonna give you effort, but he
Listen,
just ain't a defender.
I'm gonna keep
Hey
100.
y'all,
I
hey,
wouldn't like coming off his injury.
let's put that on pause for a second. I want to get Cedric Clark. Hey, he said shit all night. Cedric
Go ahead.
Clark, what you got on this, man?
Yeah, man. I'm just I feel like the Clippers gonna go to the championship this year, though.
I feel like that too.
But
Oh my God!
Why though?
Oh, what?
Why?
Hold on. Why do you say that?
hold on.
Motherfucker, I'm asking you. What
Has he been paying attention at all? What we've been talking about?
I'm asking you,
I can
why
answer
do you
that.
feel
Hey,
that
LB,
way?
I can answer that question.
Hold on. Because the Lakers, they hurt right now, so the Clippers gonna go to the finals. That's why.
Wait. If the Lakers,
That's it.
wow.
All right, so
That's not the
there's no
only two
context
teams, though.
behind that, but go ahead, y'all.
I'll tell you why I think they're going to the finals because
Let me hear it.
I think that they're the most complete team on both sides of the ball. And I think that even though they did lose to the Nuggets a couple nights ago, Kawhi was bullshit and Paul George was bullshit. They actually almost made it a game off them playing horrible, terrible basketball. And they made that shit a game. Rondo and Boogie almost single-handedly brought them back into that game and won that shit. If Paul George and Kawhi just get 18 or 20, they win that game off a bad performance. You know what I'm saying? And and when they get Serge back, see, Jokic that motherfucker ain't seen Serge all year. That's what he's there for. You
Serge
feel what I'm
ain't
saying?
him. Come on,
You know what I'm
It's
saying?
not
You right.
Serge
You
You
talking
right.
about Serge Ibaka who dressed like Black Panther last night?
That's
That motherfucker
true.
play like he play like Black Panther too, because that motherfucker play
Against the
deep
Winters,
and that
though.
motherfucker can shoot. So what's gonna have to happen is he gonna be beating up Jokic on the offensive side, and on defense he gonna have to come out and guard. He gonna have to come out and guard Ibaka because that motherfucker can shoot and hit threes. So at the end of the day, you're gonna make Jokic work on both sides of the court. You're gonna be sweating, tired, and he's not gonna have the same impact. And when when Jokic ain't getting foul calls, there he goes. That's it. He gonna get
Hold on.
frustrated.
Hold on. You must be seeing Luka because that's not Jokic. Jokic has been playing every game. He playing over 35 minutes every game. Bro, he's not
He
getting
has.
tired. Like, you gotta stop trying him, bro. He's gonna be a
Because
superstar,
he
bro.
don't have to. Because
Like,
he
I gotta
don't
stop
got to
trying
defend
Jokic,
nobody.
bro. Real talk. Like,
He doesn't have to defend anybody.
yo,
Who he got to
watch
defend?
their games.
Who he got to guard?
Bro. Watch their games, bro. Just watch their games.
I'll be watching that. Who does he have
Please
to
watch
guard?
their games,
You
bro.
got to make that dude guard and play. And when he got to do that, it's a different ball. Now he got to come out of the paint and try to stop a dude that can shoot. That's going to affect his game.
Ibaka's not like that, though. But you talking about Ibaka like he's like that, bro. I get
But
if it was
look,
Embiid.
That dude can hit shots. What you mean?
Mr. Winters, if the Lakers get healthy, I still got them making the NBA Finals.
Nah, they not. If they depend on what path they take.
Come back. If LeBron come back and stay healthy, man, or AD get healthy, we make a run. But we gotta win a
It depends on
game.
what path they take.
We gotta win. The Lakers gotta win 2 games. Yeah.
If they can avoid the Clippers, they got a chance. If they can avoid the Clippers, but the Clippers got their numbers. They just have their numbers. You know, as far as I can see, they got their numbers.
So y'all not paying attention to the Suns?
The who?
Y'all not paying
How you
attention
say
to
they
the
got their
Suns?
number?
Say that. Am I paying attention to who?
I said, are you paying attention to the?
You said they
Go
got
ahead,
their
bro.
number
Go ahead, bro.
in the regular season. They don't. Lakers don't take the regular season. Come on.
They just have that's who they're built. That's who they constructed to go against. That's who they are. They got the bigs over there for They got the big boys to mess with AD because AD don't like physical play. That's something he don't like. You know what I'm saying? And they got the guard play. Got to do it. Rondo gonna pick Schroeder apart if they wind up in a motherfucking. They wind up in that bitch together. He gonna pick his ass apart.
Do y'all think the Lakers gonna fall down to the playing game?
Nah, I don't think the league gonna let that happen. I don't think the league's gonna let that happen. I think they're gonna be right there at that 6th or 5th spot. Well, no, 6th. No, I mean that because you never know with Dallas, man. Dallas can be hot and not the. Dallas ain't consistent enough for me. So they can get that 5th spot. They can get that 5th spot. I think they're gonna either get the 5th or 6th spot.
I mean, they gotta play the Clippers. No, they gotta play the Nuggets, I think.
Yeah, they have to play the Nuggets. That's their best. Their best bet is to either play the Nuggets, the Suns, or the. But they ain't gonna get the Nuggets or the Suns without the. They don't want to go into a playing situation to get the Nuggets or the Suns, so they're not gonna risk that. So their best bet is to get with Denver in the first round. Because if they get the Clippers in the first round, it's over, and everybody healthy and back. They're not gonna beat them.
Listen, they gotta win. They gotta beat Portland. They gotta beat Portland Clippers. Cause that give them a little room for the standings.
That do, but they're not gonna catch any 4th spot team. They too far behind to catch the Nuggets or the Clippers, whoever in that 4th spot. So they don't want to fall to the 7th or 8th spot to get in that playing situation. So they're gonna have to either go with their best bet is to get the Nuggets in the first round because they can't beat the Nuggets because they can play that defense.
Did you hear Shaq? What Shaq said about the playing game? Shaq was like, "Man, after this shit, we need to stop with the playing game."
Well, did he say why?
I don't know.
I don't understand why people. I don't listen, man. I kind of at first I felt the same way, like it's stupid, but not because every game, like James was saying earlier, man, every game count now. You can't just be comfortable and be coasting because you in the 7th or 8th spot. You gotta still keep playing.
But why are we praising teams that have bad records just to make the playoffs? That's stupid.
No, we ain't praising. It's just it's forcing the 7th to the 8th seed to stay on their toes and keep competing and fighting.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Doing regular season though.
They should be. A lot of these. I mean, shit. It's a lot of shit these basketball teams and players should be doing, but they're not doing it because nobody's making them do.
But what do you think about Brooklyn Nets? I don't think they're gonna go to NBA Finals.
I don't. I think the Brooklyn Nets made a huge mistake.
Hey, hold on a second. Cedric Clark, don't come here and change the topic up every 5 seconds now. God damn it.
Oh, I was just talking about basketball.
Yeah, you change topics quicker than Robin changed hair color. God damn.
Yeah, but hey, LB, I saw something, man.
You might want to
when they go to playoffs against Brooklyn, man, Giannis gonna go crazy. Nobody can stop him on Brooklyn.
Brooklyn made a big mistake, and y'all probably not gonna agree with me on this, but Brooklyn, I would have never traded. I would have kept LeVert. I would have kept Allen. I wouldn't have traded nobody. Yes. I don't know why they traded nobody.
Yeah, they stupid. I don't know what they think.
I would have never traded nobody. That was the dumbest thing they
had.
They forget the team went to the playoffs last year without both Kyrie and KD.
They had a squad.
So why would you trade? Why would you trade? Why would you sit up there and trade your whole young core away for a known choker in the playoffs? That don't make no sense to me. You had rim protection, you had point guard play, you had bench, you had a backup point guard for your point guard. You had a guy. I would have brought LeVert off the bench because you know what I'm saying. He'll give you what Harden to give you. I mean, he won't.
Talk about Mr. Winters. LeVert was coming off the bench, but because he was the 6th man, but circumstances led the team after the bubble. So that's why he started.
You said say that one more time, LB.
So half the team did not even make it down to the bubble. They only had like 8 players with the Brooklyn Nets. That's why Karis LeVert started. But typically, Karis LeVert is the 6th man.
Okay, well, I'd have kept it just like that. That they were complete. See, understand, like historically in the NBA, everybody look at the super teams and now think that super teams just dominate the NBA. Historically, since maybe the LeBron era, complete teams have beaten super teams. We saw what Detroit did to LA. We saw what Miami did. What Dallas did to Miami. Complete teams will beat super teams. So I don't know why everybody want to trade and try to get all these big names when you got a team that's set. The Nets were set to be, and I wouldn't change nothing. They were complete. I wouldn't change nothing.
That's my whole problem with the whole thing, bro. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. You got niggas out here trying to fix on shit that ain't broke.
And it wasn't
Cause
broke. And they was playing good, Jay. They was playing good as fuck.
that's why if they fall on their face, I'm picking them to win it because of the star power they got. But that don't mean they gonna win it. Cause like you said, we seen that time and time again. We just seen it with the Clippers last year. The
Yeah,
Clippers roster constructed from top to bottom was better than Jamal and the Joker. But what happened
right.
was, somewhere down the line, they forgot about fundamentals and thought the names was gonna beat them. If they'd have played
Exactly.
fundamental basketball, they would have beat them.
Right. Right. And I just don't. And historically, to win in the finals, you got to get stops. Where they gonna get their stops at? You know what I'm saying? Where they gonna get stops at? I don't trust them to get stops over the Lakers or the Clippers or maybe the City. You gotta get them stops. You know what I'm saying? And I don't see them really stopping nobody or getting the key stops that they need to win. They're gonna win a game, but it's too much. It's too much defensive liability on that team. Too many slow feet. Too many guys that don't play defense. I mean, Bruce Brown played defense. Claxton played defense, but they young.
To me, in order for them to win, they're gonna have to just play team defense. That's why I was zoned up on a lot of people if I was Brooklyn. Just because I don't have a center to try to control that paint a little bit more. But if you're gonna play the way you trying to play Giannis, that's gonna get you beat. I don't give a fuck how much firepower you got. Because they can play defense and make it hard on you, but you're not playing defense making it hard on them.
At all. At all. At all. And it's hard. You can't just outscore everybody. You can't outscore everybody. You just can't do that. This ain't the league for that. This ain't the
Nah,
league.
if the
I
analytics tell it, they playing their right style because that's how they playing off the analytics. Like I say, that's what we came on the screen talking about. They programming us on TV with this analytic bullshit. So the more you
right.
hit, the more these players gonna work on that aspect of their game. They ain't screaming about they need to learn the fundamentals. They need to get back to fundamentals. They always screaming analytics, 3-pointers, 3-pointers, 3-pointers. If it ain't a 3-pointer, that's not the only thing to this fucking game, man. And you fucking these kids
It's
head
not.
up doing that shit.
Right.
So we can't get
Right.
mad when Harden go 0 for 27 because all the thing he hears analytics, threes, threes, threes. So I'm gonna take up how many ever threes if the bitches fall, they fall.
And they got Mike D'Antoni on the sideline, don't they?
Yeah, he'll fuck
Oh,
up.
nah. See, right. He'll Mr. Blow the lead. Mr. Blow this lead. They'll be about, you could be, man, Mike D'Antoni will be about 40 in the fourth quarter. All right,
Now
guys, blow it.
I don't expect what he did. Remember, was that 2018? Those facing Golden State Warriors, they missed all those threes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They doing that because they listening to what LB say. The hackers. They put the hackers on TV to hack y'all brain, and y'all come on these shows every day and talk about he a 50-40-90. He's a 50-40-90. Is he in the playoffs? Did he win a chip going 50-40-90? I don't want to hear that shit, man. You can keep them stats, my nigga.
Stats don't tell the whole story, man. I don't know why everybody want to. Stats are, man, they are the result. They're just a result, man. Why do everybody think, man? Mm-mm. If stats was everything, Russell Westbrook could be the goddamn goat of everything. It's about stats.
Fucking right. Why they ain't talking about he the MVP? They going off
Right.
analytics. He having the best season, triple-double. You don't see him in the MVP. You don't want to hear that shit. They be contradicting themselves too much for me.
Straight up. Straight up. I don't get it, man.
I have to end stream on that note, y'all. I got to take care of some business, y'all. But I
All right,
appreciate y'all
salute,
coming on,
LB.
man. You know what I'm
Salute,
saying?
All right,
everybody.
LB.
Salute to y'all. Salute to everybody on the channel. Smash that like and subscribe, man. This your boy. Scream at me. Oh!